Let's get ready, say go. This was on, this was on, this was on, this was on. Let's go, this was on, this was on, this was on, this was on. Like rainbows in the sky, let's fly away like a bird. You're free to see the boundless face of the earth. Let the wind blow you like a knife and glide away. Far beyond the clouds, you'll find another place. If the road ahead seems so cold and gray, night never turns to day. Don't you be afraid. Go and fly away. Chala, hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Don't be afraid. You got the power to get through the darkest nights. Chala. Zooming round and round in the sky like a coaster. Hold on tight, or you may find yourself trapped in a maze. When that happens, you may think you will never find your way. At the past, you may take seem all the same. If the road ahead should lead you so cold and gray, when night never turns to day, don't you be afraid. Go and fly away. Chala, hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Be cool, don't be afraid. You got the power to get you through the darkest night. Hey chala, no time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it is a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Be cool, don't be afraid. You got the power to get you through the darkest nights. Chala.
It's Friday night, and you know what that means. It is time for Spaghett Friends Toy Show, episode 318. What is going on, chat? It's your boy Smith, as always, joined by the usual suspects. What's going on, gentlemen?
Hello.
Owen.
We got a good show tonight. We'll be doing some fake news, of course. Did you guys catch episode 5 this week of Agatha All Along?
Sure did.
Mm-hmm. So we'll definitely touch on that. And whatever else comes along. You know how we do shit around here. Real quick, man. As far as pickups, how long has it been now with the studio series Dinobots? How long has it been now since they first dropped the Grimlock? How long has it been?
You know what? It's actually... Sorry, Jimmy.
Oh no, I was gonna say I think it's been like since like 2021.
So it's been at least about 4 years now, like 3 to 4 years almost.
Yep.
Well, like I said, I'm happy to say finally, I just picked up the studio series Swoop to finish that whole shit up. Like, bro, I didn't think it was ever gonna get done. Hell, I remember there was a time when motherfuckers didn't even think we were gonna get anything more after Grimlock.
Yeah, that's kind of the hard thing with I find with like Transformers more than anything else. It's knowing like what Hasbro is committed to versus like what are they not committed to, and like that's always the hard part, right? Is like back then just we just kind of got the Grimlock, hope for the best because we didn't know like, okay, are we gonna get all the Dinobots in this scale? Sometimes, like I said, I find especially with Transformers, you're really just kind of hoping for the best, and I'm glad that it kind of paid off this time.
It did, and the Swoop's a good figure, by the way. It's a really good figure. I'm happy now that I've got like 2 sets of like really nice Dinobots. Because I got the third party fans toys. Those are, second to none. But now I got a chug scale, and the studio series actually went out of their way to make these decent figures. So it's like, yeah, I got a nice, good representation. Hell, I even got a fucking shitty combiner. But these two right here, like the studio and the third party, this is it. I'm just trying to decide which one will be displayed in Dino mode and which ones will be displayed in bot mode now. That's the only real question. Now, real quick though, with the Swoop, he gives you something a little extra that I'm kind of cool that they did. Because he comes with 2 swords. And I was confused here because I'm like, I don't think Swoop was a 2-sword guy, but then I looked at my fans' toys Dinobots. He comes with an extra sword because the extra sword is for the fucking Grimlock. Because it's Grimlock's
Oh,
sword.
Oh.
The big sword is Grimlock's sword. Because I looked at mine, and if you look at even Masterpiece Grimlock, that's his sword.
Oh shit. Okay.
So the extra sword Swoop comes with is for your studio series Grimlock. I gave it to him, and now he looks perfect. Because technically, he should have came with a gun and a sword. He only came with a gun.
That's right. Yeah.
So Swoop
Like the.
is providing the last sword because he comes with 2 swords, and I'm like, Swoop was never a 2-sword person. And the little sword is his sword because, like I said, my masterpiece one has the same thing. The fans toys have the same sword, but Grimlock has the long sword, and that's what Swoop comes with as well. So he gets the 2 sword. He's got the bombs on the missiles on his wings. Yeah, he's a decent figure. Transformation is really easy. I like how they kind of engineered it, and yeah, it looks good with the rest of the it's probably the shining thing out of all of the studio series, in my opinion. Out of everything they've done for studio series, outside of maybe the not studio series Cyclonus guy,
Hmm.
these Dinobots are the best thing to come to have the studio series name slapped on it. These are the best.
absolutely.
Prove me wrong.
Can I since we're talking about Transformers, can I tell you guys some confirmed leaks for next year?
Go
Mm-hmm.
for it. Let's talk about it.
We're getting 3 new combiners next year.
Oh yeah, who's on the? But how are we scaling though? Before we even go to
Yeah.
who they are, how are they scaling?
I'm a, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you because I'm out on the streets and your boy's out there getting stuff confirmed. Because it's like I got my sources and shit, and I'm gonna tell you. We're getting that Studio Series Devastator, and it's gonna be command class. Like each one of them is gonna be like a command class.
So
Oh,
that's
okay.
what? That's prime size.
Yeah.
So basically, the size of the Predakings is what you're saying.
Or sorry, they're gonna be all leader class. They're all gonna be all leader class, and then there's gonna be two of them are gonna be command class, the Studio Series command class for the year. It's gonna be 2 Constructicons in 1 pack, and we're also getting the aerial bots. We're gonna get the aerial bots along the same line as how they did the Stunticons, and we're also getting the I don't know which one, but we're also getting the first of the Combaticons for next year.
But if we're doing it in the style of the Stunticon, so it's gonna be small.
So the aerial bots and the Stunticons, I believe, are gonna be a bit smaller, but the Devastator is gonna be larger. The
But is
Devastator,
this
each one,
G1 Devi or movie Devi?
movie,
I don't
movie.
give a fuck
The do
then.
the Well, it's like the '86 movie, the '86 movie.
Oh, okay. And then
Yeah, yeah,
just say
my bad.
G1. Just say G1.
Yeah, my bad, my bad. I kind of had to correct myself there. Yeah, so it's gonna be in the studio series.
So,
I think we also
okay,
are.
question:
I
are
think we
we just
also are getting.
reissuing Combine Awards, or are we redoing
No,
it from the ground up?
it's redoing it.
Okay.
It's redoing it.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
I wish all these combiners were like Combiner Wars Devastator size.
Yeah, that and the Predaking. I don't know why we haven't followed that model. Devastator did it right, and Predaking did it right. Make them big.
Excuse me.
I'm kind of curious to see how this Devastator. Because to me, the Combiner Wars Devastator to me is like perfect. Like you almost can't. It's almost hard to imagine beating that figure outside of like third party.
I mean, we've had this conversation. Like I said, yes, the Combine Award Devastator is pretty much perfect that you could get in a retail price
Mm,
range.
yeah,
I mean, there is some imperfections, but hey, there was upgrade kits for some of that. Like I said, I don't know how much more improvement they can do on the previous version, but hey, I mean, I'm curious to see, especially if they're trying to make it more movie or I guess cartoon accurate. So I guess the paint job it'll be a little bit cleaner. I guess. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, listen, it's gonna have to take a lot for me to replace the Combiner War Devastator because, like I said, with the upgrade kit I got on it, it's damn near perfect. Like, I don't know what else more I can say about it. Like, yeah, like it's pretty good, right what we have right now. But hey, I mean, but the aerial bots being small, like, bro, just even if you did that, make a bigger version anyway. Give people that option because this small shit ain't doing nothing though. It don't scale with anything. Even if you was to be collected in a legend scale, it still don't scale well.
yeah.
So like, what's the fucking point? Oh, and by the way, shout out to everybody in the chat. My bad. I'm rude. I'm a bad streamer. Mr. V,
I
Ian, Daniel, Trunks, everybody, Dwight Race, Clickbait Wrestling. Big ups to everybody in the chat.
I do I do hope that eventually we'll get like proper combiners, like not in the deluxe class. Uh I'm looking at it as like it's a win because the combiner wars were so bad. Like they were so bad. So right now I'm just kind of happy to be able to kind of replace those, but I do think eventually we need Menasor, we need Bruticus, we need all Superion, we need them in a larger scale.
Like I said, just take the formula from Predaking, take the formula from the Combiner Wars, and go there. Like, stop. Plus, also, you said there was supposed to be like leader class, but like nowadays they keep changing what that means. I don't even know if that means it's big
Yeah.
or small anymore. Because then you got commander class and leader class and titan class, and it's like, and they keep changing which scale. Because remember, there used to be deluxe and all that other shit, and now all of a sudden we got a core class and a legend, and then like, well, okay, which what is what? I don't know anymore.
So
Y'all
I
keep
think
changing it.
also for next year it looks like core class is gonna be gone.
Good. What's the plastic?
Yeah. So I think core class is gonna be gone. And
They probably
yeah,
saw how sorry the fucking numbers were for sales on it. Because like, who the fuck was buying that shit?
it seems like with the command class, it seems like they're kind of moving away from doing like larger figures, and now they're kind of doing like 2 packs as a way to kind of be like, oh, like it's the same amount of plastic as a command class because you're getting 2 leader class, so 2 leader equal 1 command class, which kind of doesn't really make, like, I guess it theoretically it makes sense, but then why not just release 2 separate figures versus putting it in a 2 pack? Like, it doesn't make sense for me in that sense. But
If it's the scale of Legacy Minnesota, it's gonna be salary, and that's what I'm saying. That shit right there. If you want to make that for people who might, because here's the thing: if you was to get the Legacy scaled Minnesota, it would be about the same price if you was to buy Combiner Wars Devastator. How?
yeah,
How?
yeah,
One is like one is about the size of just one of the limbs. And you want me to pay the same price? Around the same price? How? No. If y'all sitting there putting out a set of the Minnesota and that's just like $100 and something, and I can still buy a goddamn Combiner Wars Debbie for $1.50? No. No.
yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Hell, they were charging that price for the Combiner Wars set pieces back in the day. And now you want me to pay the same for a smaller version? No. No. Like, you're bugging. At that point, you're bugging. And I'll just go
That's
buy
kind.
it from somebody else.
It's kind of weird how they're like, for Devastator, like they're like, let's just make them as large as we possibly can, and then for like Bruticus, let's say they're going with the smaller scale, which, yeah, I know scale is whatever, but it would be nice to have all my combiners kind of like, like, I'd like to have all my combiners like matching, like,
Well, see,
aesthetically.
that's why scale isn't whatever. Because we're like, hey, we understand that it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be Sumbo perfect. But it's like, at least if we have a certain idea of this is a scale for a Bumblebee character, like a Legends, and this leader, like a deluxe would be somebody of a Prowl or Ironhide nature, and then a leader class would be a Prime, and then a commander would be a Grimlock, a Skyfire, and so on and so forth. And then the biggest thing should be a Titan. So that way, at least it might not be perfect, but it scales well within that scheme of things. But they sit there and change what a commander to a leader is at every given moment. 1 minute this is a commander, but then it's a leader, and then it's a deluxe, but then it's a legends, but legends used to mean small, but then legends turn into core, and all this other nonsense just to confuse you. And it's like, listen, just have your itty bitties for the kiddies, which you really shouldn't because it's a waste of plastic, and just have, deluxe, leader, command, titan. That's it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, for them, scale is whatever. They don't care. They just release whatever. But for us, it's important because we want all of our combiners to be uniform. Like, I want my Devastator. I don't want my Devastator to tower over like Bruticus and Superion. Like they should all be like uniform. But Hasbro, they don't care. They just, oh, we need a leader class. Let's just do this. Or, okay, we need to come up with 4 deluxe
I don't
figures.
even think
Let's just
they
make
don't care or
deluxe.
don't
Let's
know
just make
because
Jetfire.
they know and they can do because they've already done.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like they sat there and
Yeah.
said, here's Combiner War Devastator. And we named it after the same line where you got the best combiner and every other combiner was shit, right? Every combiner was
Yeah.
shit. Then we get all the way to fucking Titans Return, and it's like we haven't seen anything. All we get is some new combiners that people made up, like female combiners and all these other nonsense. And then it comes again. Here's the Predaking. Oh shit! Look, you mean you actually can do that thing? So
Yeah.
it's not like an impossible feat. You can do the thing because you're doing it again with the Predaking. Every figure is about us. I would consider almost fucking deluxe, if not leader class scale, and they combined to a
Yeah,
very big combiner that scaled with your standard like deluxe that came from Siege to Earthrise, would scale perfect. Perfect. As far as like figure to combiner ratio. And it's like, but then you go backwards to Legacy, and it's like, here's a combiner, and it's fucking idiot. It's not even big enough to be a limb of one of those two, Predaking or Devastator. It's just like, come on,
yeah.
why we keep going backwards? I know you have the technology. I see you can do it. I know Cyclonus guy works there. Like, stop playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like they keep showing you like how good of shit they you listen, they know they can do so good they gotta kickstart this shit. Like we gotta actually guarantee these motherfuckers money for them to put to take a half-ass job and put their whole ass in it. You gotta guarantee these dudes buying to be like, you know what? Like I don't know if y'all caught it the other day. They were showing off Giant Man, showing like the finished full product, and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
Oh,
imagine, look at all the shit they could do when you promise them money. They put their whole ass in it.
yeah, they're actually shipping my Giant Man out pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, but it's like but imagine, like I said, when you guarantee these niggas money, the motherfuckers will put their whole ass in it.
Yeah.
So it's not that they can't do it; they just choose not to do it. And to them, it's more cost effective to give you the bullshit and see how much you're willing to tolerate before they decide, you know, let's step it up a little bit. I think we owe them that much. Like that's what fucking Siege and all that was. Siege was literally them telling us as consumers and as fans, is like, you know what? We gave the niggas this Combiner Wars, and they kind of ate it up, but then got a little pissy at the end because we were just repaints and remolds. And then we gave them the Titan Wars, which was just nothing but a retooling of headmasters. And they kind of liked that, but they got a little tired because we turned everybody into a headmaster and a subsequent base. But then, you know, then we came with the what was the last one they did with that
Uh,
Power of the
it was Power of the
Primes, which
Power of the
again was just
Primes.
another kind of retooling of shit, and they kind of liked it, but it really didn't. And all those figures, like I look at them now, are trash. Because when you
Yes.
get to Siege, it just gets better, and it's like, oh shit, you mean you actually tell me you can make a figure with no gaps in it? You mean to tell me you can make a figure that folds in so nicely that I'll see no visible gaps and or kibble? You mean you could do that? You mean you could have done that, right?
Yeah.
So that's what it's like, yeah. Then they sit here and show you, but now we're at that point now with Legacy where it's like, yeah, just repaint shit, remold shit, and put it back out and just call it a Legacy character. Hey, take
Yeah.
the mold of that
So
Galvatron, repaint it, and slightly retool it, and call it a Legacy character from a comic book. They'll buy it.
yeah.
Take a bunch of Junkion figures and just repaint them several different colors and put them and call them new
I
characters.
mean, that's pretty much what it is. So we'll see. Like, hopefully next year will be better. You know, like I'm glad that next year it's gonna be more focused on like the 13 primes. Like that means, you know, like that kind of gets a lot of new characters into the line, which will be nice. Uh, but yeah, we'll have to see. I'll bring it back to the Dinobots just to kind of close it out. Uh, you know, this is me telling everybody, like, this is your warning. The studio series Grimlock is getting a reissue, so if you've been avoiding getting the studio series Dinobots is you can't get Grimlock. I know he came out a couple years ago and he's very costly on the aftermarket. He's getting a reissue, so now's your time. You can probably get the other four Dinobots. You could probably still get them for a good price, but this is kind of my telling you that go back and get them now before they actually announce the Grimlock reissue, because once they announce it, and then people that have not been getting them because they can't get the Grimlock are gonna start buying them up like hotcakes. So this is kind of me telling you, get them now before that Grimlock gets announced.
Yeah.
Yeah, because right now don't they have like the yellow one, and I think they got the one like with the comic book shading on it now.
Yep. Yep.
I'm still waiting for them to do like the blue one. Like that's the one Grimlock repaint I
It's
want.
we're getting it next year.
Oh, are we?
Studio Series Grimlock. We're getting him in G2 colors this
Oh,
year.
perfect. Yeah, I'll pick that up.
Well, while we are on figures, let's just jump right into your number one source for news and information. It's Friday. It's time. Fake news. And as always, make sure you gotta, check those spaghetti policies because they're important. Hey, can you guys see in the Discord?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So all right. Uh, this is kind of fun. We're getting She-Ra in the Origins cartoon collection. Uh, I'm always happy to see a new She-Ra figure because I know the She-Ra rights are kind of like wonky. Not necessarily the toy rights, but like the media rights are a little wonky. So I'm always glad to see a new She-Ra in the line.
That's
Uh,
weird though, how like Sheer is so elusive as far as rights. Like, are they created all by the same people?
yeah, but it's just that DreamWorks owns the rights to Shira, and I think I forget who owns the rights to He-Man,
What
like
wasn't it
the TV
Funimation?
right, the TV rights. Yeah, I don't know if it's still I don't know if it's still them, but that's why like in the like that Netflix that like Netflix cartoon that we got, like it's kind of like Shira characters are kind of up in the air because DreamWorks owns the rights, like outside of like Hordak for some reason. But yeah, so this is cool. I'm always happy to see a new version of She-Ra. Like I'm obviously not getting this, but
Oh, you're not going in it? I thought she was fucking with Master and stuff.
it's just I have other She-Ras. I just don't need this one. I got this one in the regular Origins line. I don't really need to rebuy it just to get it like cartoon colors, you know?
I'll get you it.
Thank you. That's what I was hoping you would say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is cool. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I don't know if it's with the Shira, but I think they said that they would eventually have Princess of Power like, branded packaging. I don't know if that's starting with the Shira or if that's gonna start later, but I do recall that's something they said they would eventually do.
Excuse me.
But yeah, this is nice. If you've been collecting the origins, the cartoon colors, and definitely you gotta get this. You gotta get this Shira. Gotta have a Shira, man.
Shira. But no Shira for you.
It's just I have the classic Shira, and it's, that's kind of the best Shira. And I've kind of dropped out of the Origins line. Like I finished off the Rulers of the Sun. Like I finished those off, but I kind of dropped out of the Origins.
Too many characters.
It's just like I didn't like how expensive they were becoming for how small they are, and the fact that like they're exclusive to like Mattel Creations now. That kind of turned me off of that line.
Gotcha.
Like again, not so much the cartoon ones, but like the Origins like proper line. Like I think is basically they're just Mattel Creation exclusives now, and I don't know. That just kind of turned me off.
I can understand that.
Huh?
I said I can understand that.
Yeah.
Remind me for a second, guys. That's cool. I got wicked fucking cramp. Alright, so okay. It's hard to function when you shit your body stuff's not going there. Alright, $20, November 2024.
Yeah, we're also the cartoon collection. We're getting Ram Man,
It's a
which is
pretty good looking
great.
Ram Man though. He looks like spot
Yeah,
on.
yeah, he's not too bad. Uh, I wish the arms were a little thicker, but yeah, he's pretty nice.
I dig it. Ram Man was one of my faves back in the days.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I've always been kind of partial to Ram Man.
He's a cool character. He gets the headbutt through walls.
Yeah,
Legs are made out of springs. Who doesn't like that? He's like the original Juggernaut.
yeah. He's like Juggernaut if Juggernaut wasn't a bitch.
Shit.
You know who I am? I'm Ram Man, bitch. The real Juggernaut. Oh shit! I hate fucking getting old. Don't get old, Chad. Find the fountain of youth and drink like a whole 2 liter of that shit, and then send me some. Oh fucking a! Don't get old.
I can confirm getting old is not fun.
It's not. Like just like shit just starts not working properly, or things just start breaking on you that like it never hurt before, and this things happen, and then you go to doctors and they're like, we don't see anything. Well, fucking explain this pain.
Yeah.
They're like it's in your head, fatty.
Like, no, not in my fucking head, you dumb bitch. Like, it's just like, it's fucking insane, bro. Thank God I got insurance. It's fucking ridiculous. Don't get old, though. If you can help it, don't get old. Alright, $20, November of 2024. My man, Montana. I remember having this figure back in the days when I was a kid. He was pretty cool. I like what they did, though, with the legs, though. That's, how they pulled that off.
Montana's he's a fun character, and you know he's part of the evil horde. Who doesn't love the evil horde?
I don't.
Yeah, but you love candy corn, so your opinion can't really be trusted.
Yeah, it's kind of invalid.
Uh,
It's kind of invalid.
take it easy, you fat fuck.
But
Hey, who you call a fat fuck? I am a North American thick boy. You say it with respect. Plus, I saw you, Jay. I saw you over there, candy corn. You getting a little chunky. You been hitting the PC? You getting in the gym? I see how you over there. That wax is building up, baby.
Yeah, it's going to my thighs.
Oh,
It won't leave.
he gonna be a Samoan. You gonna be dropping the bomb on them, Jimmy.
Listen,
yeah, this is I like this. I like this figure, man. I like what they. I like what they did with the 4 legs.
It was cool. I dig it. I mean, listen, I think there's a place for the cartoon. Again, Masters has been really doing it. Like I just when I started collecting, I never got into Masters because there wasn't that much out there, or at least what was out there I wasn't feeling.
Yeah,
So, and like I said, Transformers kind of like was the bread and butter, and just like the third party scene was just coming in. So I was like, yeah, fuck it. But like, yeah, man, for me, like it's hard to go like, what masters do you want? Do you want to go classic, like the toys you grew up with, or do you want the toys you grew up with the modern twist and more articulation? And then there's the moderns, and then there's this cartoon, and then there's the fucking Masterverse. It's like, bro, it's just way. It's hard way even the jumping off point, to be honest.
it is because especially like the cartoon, a lot of characters in the cartoon looked drastically different than the toys. Like it was like a lot of characters. It was almost like night and day.
Yeah, but it's a real question of like, what kind of representation of masses do you want? Like I said, it's cool that they give you the options, but it's just like
Yeah,
it's way. I think it's a little bit more than it should be, especially all at one time.
yeah,
It'd be
yeah,
different
it's a
if
lot.
like if it came in waves of like how Transformers kind of does it, where it's like Earthrise, that's Earthrise, and then when it's done, you get Kingdom. But it's like with the master stuff, they just dump it all out. It's like here's classic, here's modern, here's multiverse, here's this, and it's all staring at you on one shelf. And I'm like, I don't even know which one kind of pairs with what. Some of the boxes are almost too familiar. Some are slightly different, but not by very much. So it's just like it's too much all at once. It's too much information all at once. Like I
Yeah,
said,
I gotta.
because like you got this cartoon version, but then you got classics, and then all these other things. Granted, yes, boxes are gonna look different, but it's still a thing of which one's gonna look the best on my shelf. What representation do I want of it? 'Cause like I
You're
said,
forgetting.
Transformers has that same thing where they make figures that'll look like the cartoon, and then they got figures now that'll look like the toy, or at least fashioned from the toy.
yeah.
So now you have a choice of, do you want what the toy look like but more upscaled, or do you want what the cartoon look like but now upscaled in 3D?
I have a buddy. He's like a masters only collector. Just some Ghostbusters too, but he went in like. Did you guys see they did those? They're like $600, like the Snake Mountain and the Castle Grayskull.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
seen those.
Yeah, I think he got both of those. And I think he does go in, like my brother too. They go in on like all the different, cartoons, the cartoon versions, legacy, all that different shit. Like they get all the versions plus the Super Seven stuff.
Oh, the Super 7 stuff, that shit's even more expensive.
Yeah, but they do a lot of like the toy versions. So yeah, people go in on those.
I guess it depends. Like if you're only if you're only collecting like masters, then maybe it's not too bad. But Like I can't imagine I can't imagine like if you're already collecting multiple lines, I can't imagine collecting multiple masters lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just like even when I bought the ones based off the Netflix show, I was like, okay, this is a nice representation of a modern, like upscaled figure, but it's the look of classic He-Man. There's nothing about those two figures that's extra. It's bare bones. All they come
Yeah.
with is the shield, the sword, and their staff. Like there's no extra components. There's no extra nothing. By its nature, it's just the most bare bone He-Man and Skeletor you can buy,
Yeah.
of a classic look and a more modern feel, at least for a figure. And that's why I bought them. And then, like, I stopped. I didn't buy extras. I didn't go get others. Like, nah, this is cool because I don't want that other representation. I just want, like, a modernized looking He Man, a modernized looking Skeletor that if anybody came and looked at the shelf, they can recognize it instantly because it's the most bare bone representation of He Man. He ain't wearing no extra armor. He ain't got no pants on. He ain't doing none of that shit. I got a beefy man I don't even know what you call that shit he wears on his fucking chest. I don't, what, yeah, actually, that's a real good question. What the fuck is you call the thing He-Man wears on his chest? What is that?
That's
It
a
ain't a
sports
shirt.
bra.
Is it a bra because his titties are still out?
That's like a half sports bra.
Like it literally, like the main plate kind of like semi protects the sternum and or rib area for like the where the H is, but then the rest is just a strap. So is it supposed to be a shield?
Mhm.
Yeah, I always just kind of thought of it was like it was like some form of like armor.
Because it only
Like in
protects like
effect,
one part of the body, which is like almost the mid chest to like upper rib area, basically just protects the sternum
yeah.
because the titties are still out. Saying you can see abdominals, tricep, and everything. So I was just like, what is that? What do you? But I'm saying, okay, but would you call it just a shield? Because it has to have a practical name for it. It has to have a practical name for it. We'll put a pin in that. We'll put a pin
Titty guard.
in that. All right, $20, November of 2024.
No, this one does the eyes do not pop out on this one.
I think the eyes do pop on it a little bit.
Do they?
Yeah, hold
Do
on.
they?
Yeah, see?
Oh yeah, there it is.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, they pop out. Because I think
There
he's
you
got
go.
something on the back of his head. Where is it? Yeah, that thing right there.
That's ugly.
It's unfortunate, right?
See, this is where
Yeah, see, you press the thing, eyes pop out.
this is where like alternate head in favor of like gimmick. Like just give us the eyes popped out head and the eyes not popped out head.
Then they'll sit there go, well, it's not $20 anymore if we give you an extra head, kid. Now it's 30.
I guess that's the trade off. I guess.
From Factory Entertainment, we got a Master of the Universe He-Man sword LARP stunt replica sword. So I guess if you were ever going out to battle in your LARP with your guild and you want to use this as a weapon, there you go. The power,
60
power sword.
Good
Like
thing
60
I do a lot of LARPing and you know now like I just when I LARP He-Man, you know I just use a stick I find on the ground,
And
but now I don't
it's
have
just
to
a
do
soft
that anymore.
foam, so like I said, it's perfect. But yeah, $60. Like
Lame.
I would almost say take 30 off of that. Take 30 off of this.
Yeah, especially if it's just like
It's just foam.
It's just foam because, like I said, it's literally for LARPing. It's literally for LARPing, so you can sit there and hit people with it.
I love LARP.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I like a good LARP too. You know, if you got some friends, listen, that's what makes it fun.
Hey, LARP it up.
But I'm just saying, like, I don't think this is shit for $60. That's one hell of a fucking LARP.
Yeah.
Like I said, knock $30 off of this. I'll concede to $30. How about that?
Yeah, you think considering this is basically just foam, kind of you kind of think like it probably doesn't cost them that much to make this, considering it's like soft foam.
Yeah, soft foam. Cause like to be
I
honest,
can't see like
if this was any cheaper, I'd buy it just for the
Yeah.
shits of having a He-Man Master Sword. But I'm not paying $60 for some foam. Fuck out of that. For that, I might as well buy foam and try to build this shit myself.
So that you can LARP.
So I can LARP, but I'm not even going to use it for LARPing. I was just going to hang it on a wall. Shit.
Oh, what a waste.
Well, I don't know any LARPers right now, okay? They don't live
Okay.
here. They all live in the old state I lived in.
Yeah, you know what, Gojira? Yeah, you're definitely not wrong about that. You're definitely not wrong.
Yeah, it'd be great for, like, listen, it has a lot of good practicalities, but I don't think it's $60 worth of practicality.
Yeah, like I think the real underline is the price. Like I just it like not that it's not so much that I have an issue with this existing. I just have an issue with like $60.
Yeah, like I said, if it was, if you told me this was like 25 or 30, I'd buy it.
Yeah, you basically paying for the license, right? I mean,
I guess so. I guess so. You're paying for the license, but yeah, but I don't. For $60, I get a figure.
Yeah.
Same.
So, like I said, knock $30 off of this, and then we can have a deal. But other than that, like I said, nope. I have no real qualms with it. I think it looks cool. It's gonna be life size, so it's gonna, like I said, you're gonna have a 1-to-1 scale, but $60 unless it's some really solid ass foam or something. So I don't know, but yeah, $60. I can't really fuck with that. But if you do, 60 first quarter of 2025.
All right, here we go. At McFarlane. We got Hitsugaya from Bleach, the greatest anime of all time. It's McFarlane, so it's shit. But it's Bleach.
So it's
so
basically him just jumping on another trend anime. What you saying?
Yeah, basically. Except this is not just a trend anime; it's the greatest trend anime.
I do like we're popping off on some soft goods though. I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like SH Figure Arts just did a Hitsugaya. Like, just get that one. Like, just spend the extra money. Just spend the extra money and just get Figure Arts. Like, you're gonna be so much happier. Like, you're gonna get this, and you're gonna be like disappointed. Already, like, this figure is horribly out of scale. Like he's supposed to be like very short compared to everybody else. I don't know, man.
McFarlane don't care about anybody's actual height or accuracy, bro. Everybody's 7 feet.
That's
tall.
what I mean.
Everyone's 7 feet tall.
Don't fuck with this. Just get the Figure Arts. Like, Figure Arts just did this figure. Just spend the extra money. It's worth it.
26 November of 2024.
Man, see, like, this is where they're kind of getting me, because now he's dropping Uryu, which is like, Figure Arts hasn't made any Stern Ritter yet, so this is where like he's kind of getting me a little bit. And like, those soft goods look nice. His legs look a little skinny, which I guess is like whatever. But yeah, the bow looks pretty good, and he's got the soft goods cape. This is where McFarlane is kind of like twisting my arm a little bit.
I do like that the bow is flexible.
Yeah.
So he could do, because you see
Now,
right here the string is, but then in this pose you can do the whole pullback and everything. So that's pretty tight. I'll give him that. I'll give him credit on that.
yeah, yeah. See, like this is where he's getting me because Figure Arts hasn't done any Stern Ritter, and now McFarlane has done two. So this is where he's kind of getting me. I might end up getting this one. He might, he might have me here.
Oh, I did order something to come in. I forgot. Remember Hawk from My Hero? And I told you they had one with burnt wings, and he comes with the actual sword that the other one didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ordered it.
Oh, nice.
With the burnt wings. I was like, I really just want the sword. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad he gave up on that My Hero line.
He should really go back to it, man. Like, I don't know why. Like, there's so many other ways he could do his Dekus. Come on, man. Like, go back to My Hero, Todd. Don't make me have to. Don't make me have to pay like $30 more to finish up my fucking hero, my class, man. Come on.
I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to go in on this new Figure Arts. These new Figure Arts ones.
Yeah, I might have to too if I want to continue to collect My Hero. So.
Yeah, because it seems like you know, like Revoltech is doing a lot of My Hero figures too, but the problem is Revoltech is a bit smaller than McFarlane. Like, if you kind of don't care,
They're way too stylized for me, though. I think like I get it that they're supposed to be super duper posable, but I'm not that kind of guy that I need the super duper poses.
I feel you.
Like, I can get a lot out of less. Especially if you got a good imagination, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I might have to jump in on these Figure Arts ones. I don't know, cuz it doesn't seem like McFarlane's going to go back to My Hero, so
I feel like the only way he'll jump back on it if like My Hero gets a surge of like popularity, but isn't it like towards the end?
pretty much, like the manga just wrapped up, and I think the anime is going to be wrapping up next year. I would have thought like the new season has been airing, like the new season is airing currently, like the new season is almost over. I kind of would have thought like with the new season he would have been like, okay, like now's my people are invested in My Hero again. Now's my chance to kind of bring this line back, but doesn't really seem to be the case.
We're gonna talk about McFarlane's Marvel statue. We can. Well, what's up? What's up, Coach Jarrell? I mean, me personally,
Bro,
I never was planning on buying them because I don't do statues.
The other day, I'm in a like a DC multiverse collectors group on Facebook. Bro, I can't with these McFarlane heads anymore, man. Bro, like these people are Delulu to the max. Like to the max, bro. Like the other day, like somebody's posting and saying like, "Oh man, like I wish McFarlane, we got to find a way to help McFarlane get the rights to Marvel so he can make like Marvel figures cuz McFarlane would be better than Marvel Legends." Bro, I had to be like I had to comment and be like, "Bro, like what are you talking about? Like Marvel Legends shits over anything that McFarlane does." And bro, like people were coming at me, bro. Like they were coming at me with torches.
I mean, you spoke the truth.
Man.
Like bro, like these McFarlane heads, man, like they are like they got it bad, bro. Like they are not even living in the same world as you and I. Like they're living in an alternate reality. Like they're not living in the same world. Like they really believe that Todd is like Like they think like he's putting out like the greatest figures. Like it's McFarlane is over everything. And man, I had to just kind of be like, man, y'all are like tripping.
I mean, listen. Let me see. Hold on a second. Track says Jazzware is doing a My Hero.
Uh,
That's
yeah. My only thing with that Trunks is they seem to be like that first wave is just really like it's like a assortment. It's an assortment of characters from different series. Like you got Deku, but then you also got like Chainsaw Man, and then you also got like Aaron Yeager, and then you got like Anya Forger, and then you got like Kaneki Ken. Like it's like how far are they gonna go into My Hero if each wave is gonna have characters from like different series? How far are they gonna go into one particular series? Uh,
yeah. I
that's my
need
only
commitment
that's my
on a
only thing with
line.
that.
That's what I need. I need a Jada promise. I need you to be committed on a line.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like that's my only thing with Jazzwares is those figures look nice, but it's just that the first wave you have characters from 5 different animes, so it's kind of like how deep are they gonna go into any one series?
It says, let me see, Gorgeous as well. Magneto, Grey Hulk, Brown Castle Wolverine, my wallet, the one sit. I mean, hey man, if you want to go, if that's listen, Goji, I was gonna say if that's what you want, that's your money. Follow your feet, bro. Follow your feet. Me personally, I'm good because like I said, I don't really do statues. They do look good, but McFarlane for me is like right now I'm over him. Like the rose tinted glasses have been taken off. The honeymoon phase is over. Like I said, I don't. Like I said, I'm very selective with McFarlane shit at this point. Like I said, the last thing I bought was what Blue Superman and Steel, and then I had to get a replacement head for Superboy from Mexico. Big ups to my mans though for that. By the way, that shit is still tight. Still looks good. But other than that, like I see a lot of the stuff in the stores, like all the little Batman cow statues they got out there now, and like I said, all the figures he be dropping, and it's like none of it is anything. I'm like, okay, like I don't need any more Batman. Even though you're now dropping soft goods on shit, like I'm still like you should have been doing this day one. Should have been doing this day one.
Yeah.
When cats were willing to take everything that came out from you, everything. Like I said, I got a literal deck of cards of just McFarlane characters. Little deck of cards. Like we can actually play some cards with them if we wanted to. Like we can make a game out of it if we really needed to. On some Duel Masters type shit. Like that's how much cards I
Oh,
got.
that would be sick actually.
It would be
That
kind
would
of
be
fun,
sick
you
actually.
know. Shit, with the cards we got, we can literally make up our own fucking game.
Yeah, like don't get it twisted. Like I still buy the odd figure from McFarlane here and there. Like I just got the Sergeant Rock, and I think the Sergeant Rock is
Did you get the
unbelievable.
regular or the green?
No, I got the regular. Like fuck that army man shit. I got the regular one. Yeah, I got the like when he does like characters like that. Like I'm on board, but bro, like it's just I'll still I can still buy McFarlane products and tell you that yeah they're shit, but he's the only one making DC figures right now. But like I'll still admit that yeah like they're shit. But bro, it's crazy that you got people out there that like they'll try to tell you like they'll try to tell you like the McFarlane My Heroes, they're not better than the imports. Like anybody that thinks McFarlane is better than imports, you're fucking out of your
No, they're
fucking
not.
mind.
They're good. They're good enough for. They're good enough for a retail under the price point of fucking $25.
Like
That's what
if
they
you
are.
tell me,
Their figures is
yeah,
good. Like the. I would say as someone who has literally every one of the My Hero McFarlane shit, they're good. Like
yeah,
there's decent articulation. Sculpt looks nice and all that. But like would I say it's better than a figure art? So like a Mayfix? Hell no,
that's what I mean. It's like
hell no.
if you tell me like those new like Bleach figures, like if you're telling me like, hey, I'm gonna get the McFarlane Bleach figures because they're $20 and that's how much I want to spend on Bleach figures, then okay, yeah, like totally understand that, no problem. But you can't when you're telling me that the McFarlane Bleach figures are better than the Figure Arts Bleach figures, like you're fucking out of your mind.
Yeah,
Like you,
they're
it's
not.
just
I would not. I would
you're
even
fucking
go that far.
tripping.
Like I said, they're good. They're good, but better than a third party or import? Not even close. But they're
Yeah,
good. They're like I said, they're good for the like I said. If you don't have that kind of pocket change and you trying to not
yeah,
spend a lot of fucking money, then yeah, they're perfect.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like if that's your reasoning for getting that line, then yeah, like I have no problem with that. Like select within your budget. Like I'm never gonna shit on somebody for not being able to afford something. Like if that's your reasoning, then I totally am on board with that. But if you're when you're telling me that the McFarlane shit, the $20 McFarlane shit, is better than the $80 import, like get the fuck out of here. Get the
Yeah.
fuck out of here. Oh baby, here we go. From Terrifier 2, we got Art the Clown retro mask. Uh
These are
that's it. That's
wearable.
all I really have to say.
You put them on your
You like
face and be a
you
creepy clown.
you like Terrifier, Matt?
I sure do.
Listen,
He's pretty cool.
all you gotta do is get one of those like white Scully type things that have the open face part and put that mask on side. You be out there terrifying, boy. Terrifying.
Bro, see, but my issue with this is that I kind of wish this didn't exist.
Why?
Bro, we can't, like people are
Yeah, I
we
know.
live in a
We got a lot of
crazy
nutty
crazy
people.
time.
Yeah. But they're gonna do it anyway. Doesn't matter. They're gonna
Bro,
do it
like we
anyway.
can't like bro, like we can't have people lurking around in Art the Clown masks. Like listen, I'm gonna say like this. I'm gonna say like this. Remember the whole like clown craze? Like where like the whole like killer clown craze where people were like dressing as clowns and being like strange? Do y'all remember that?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
remember.
do.
I remember.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say like this. Clowns do not make me feel any type of way. Like I'm not afraid of clowns. They do not freak me out. They do not make me feel any kind of way. But I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it like this. If you approach me and you're wearing a fucking Art the Clown mask, and if you approach me, I'm gonna annihilate you. Like there's no question about it. I'm gonna destroy you. Like that's my urge to people that might want to pick this up. Like be don't be a delinquent because you will get hurt by me.
What if it's me?
Well, you better announce yourself, nigga. Get shot.
Yeah. It's just like that's the only thing with these like prop masks and stuff like that. It's like we kind of live in a world where people see this stuff and they want to use it for not intended purpose.
Yeah, for
And
malicious
there's a
reasons. No good.
yes,
No good come of it.
yes, like like there's a lot of like shady people out there, and I don't want to be like taking my kids trick or treating. If I'm taking my kids trick or treating and you kind of approach me and you're a weirdo and you're dressed as a clown or anything and you approach me in any kind of way, I'm gonna annihilate you. Like there's no question about it. There's just no question about it.
Annihilate. That's what I'm talking about. All right, $25, late March of 2025. And then we get the sequel.
All right, there you go. We get another art mask. This one even creepier than the first one.
This one, I think, it's a full mask, though. I think
This one's a little
that
creepier
was a
because
half
like
mask.
it has the eyes. Like it has the eyes. I think that's what makes art so creepy. Is it's just like his eyes, like his just soulless eyes.
But here's the question: I know how you feel, like, but as a horror fan, are you getting these to have like in your home at least?
Yeah, see, like that's kind of where like I would get this because I think this would be like something cool to just have sitting on your shelf or
Yeah, get you a
something. You
couple
know,
of those
like if you're
Al Snow styrofoam heads. You can find those
yeah
online easy.
yeah. So like that's nice. That's nice for that purpose. It's just the people that want to get these and use them to cause trouble.
Yeah, I'm watching SmackDown too. Gojira and Jimmy Uso back on in your city. Hey. Oh, Eddie taking on Solo Sikoa tonight? That's what's up. I like that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna get this, but
I mean, I haven't really watched the Terrorizer series, but yeah, from what Matt's told me, he's kind of a very OP fucking clown.
yeah. Like especially like in that second one, like in the first one, like he's kind of I don't know. Those are weird fucking movies, man. I don't know. Those are just weird fucking movies. But yeah, this it's pretty creepy. This I don't know. This maybe not something you want to have like a
This
you
one's
want
a
to
little
have
more
this around your
pricier because it's
house.
a full mask, so $40. Late March of 2025.
I this looks kind of cool. I don't know what this is, but
This is what I like to consider. These are figures with free labor. Because, like I said, it's the new trend of everything's considered a model kit, but at the end of the day, it's just a fully functioned figure, but they're making you do the labor. So it's
yeah.
a figure with free labor. Megalamara Ultimate Universe Fuma. I don't know where she's from. Probably some anime or something, but it looks pretty cool. It's like a cat lady ninja. I'm okay with that. Cat lady ninjas. And she's a Robo Cat Lady Ninja too. So it's like Samurai Pizza Cat, but now extra deadly and extra pepperoni.
Like pepperoni.
One of those the bottle cap pepperonis, you know, they crisp up and turn to little cups.
Yeah. Bro, that's why you gotta always get the pepperonis on the top. Like always get your pepperoni above the cheese. Like if you get your pepperoni under the cheese, you're fucking up.
Yeah, you fucking up.
You gotta get the pepperoni above the cheese because then like you said it cups and then like you know like the edges crisp up and then it just kind of like pools all that like pepperoni juice.
Yeah, I figured Trunk. She's probably just an independent IP. You know, a lot of these characters are just, you know, do what you want. Create your own fucking hero. But I mean, it does look good. Like I said, it's a cat figure. Like I said, it gives me Samurai Pizza Cat vibes, but a little bit less kitty, almost kind of grown up in a darker tone. Like maybe I'm seeing too much, but the helmet definitely gives me Samurai Pizza Cat vibes. Just more
Yeah.
mature. Oh shit, Roman Reigns is in the building. And look, she can do a kitty pose. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that articulation. So yeah, it's a figure with free labor. Oh, look, she's got a human side. Look at that. Well, ain't that something? Oh, what's this? Is that her when she's not in full uniform? What is
Whoa.
this?
There's like layers to this.
Yeah, there's like extra lore. Whoa. See, you don't get the girl, you just get the, like, what does it come with? It's 6 inches, you get the... Does it say anywhere the other figure not included? Oh yeah, the separate one. Hands, female type A. Sold separately. Yeah, so. But hey, price is not bad. 45, April of 2025. Not a bad figure. I don't know. Put a pin in it. Hold on, in fact, 1 second. Okay. Oh. Alright, so we got another one. We've got the green glass from Megalo Maria. She's a robo princess. But is she also a real girl?
This one looks pretty cool actually.
Oh, that's what they're doing? Okay, I mean, hey, that's pretty cool though. If they're swappable with other figures in their figure lines and stuff, that's pretty cool. So, like, you could take certain models they have and swap them out with these. That's pretty sweet. They give you really cool customization right there.
Ooh, sexy lady.
Acknowledge me. She also kind of has a bit of a Statue of Liberty like vibes too.
Yeah, that's cool.
This one's a little more pricier, 65, May of 2025. Transformer! I like Monster Hunter. Alright, we got a crossover here. Transformer X with Monster Hunter. This is the Raphlos Prime. Now, I'm not an expert at Monster Hunter, but I have dabbled in a few games. It's pretty fun. Man, this is something different here.
Are you
Oh,
getting it?
no, and here's why. I think this should have been a Megatron and not a Prime. I feel this would have been more suitable for a Megatron than a Prime. Or to just make it an original character, but because this is Takara Tomy, kind of gotta use Prime. Anybody else thinking about going in on this, or just kind of
No.
not interested?
No.
My
I
interest,
don't know. Huh?
no, my interest was peaked. Like this was, I think this leaked a few weeks ago. I thought it was pretty cool looking.
Like it is interesting, but I'm like, I just wish it wasn't Prime. I feel like it would have been better if this character was like just making a Megatron, because then it fits the more Beast Wars, monster. Like I would feel like this should be better if it was just a Megatron.
I think they're gonna repaint this into like a Nemesis Prime, and then people are gonna be a little bit more keen to get it.
Maybe, but this is licensed though, because this is Monster Hunter.
Oh,
so like this form is an actual character in the game. This Rylos, it's an actual monster within the game. So like I said, it's literally a crossover. I mean, price is not crazy. $50. November of 2025. It's kind of small, so I'm a little under 5 inches. I mean, it's a little under 6 inches. I don't know. I'll think about it. It's one of the things. Maybe if I see it in the wild, I'll maybe my mind will be changed. But
I don't know. I kind of tapped out on the crossover figures.
yeah, same too. Like there's certain ones I do want. Like I still want that Knight Rider kit, but like speaking of crossovers,
Yeah. Again, we're kind of the same thing here. Like I think the crossovers have just become kind of ludicrous to me, and this kind of is an example of that. Uh, yeah, it's
okay.
just I don't know. Maybe some people want this. I just kind of think this is just totally silly to me.
I feel like this looks cheap. When I first saw
Yeah.
this, it's like this looks like what I would think a knockoff would do. Like this, like some real knockoff that you find like at a Ross's or something or Five Below. Like this, it kind of looks cheap.
Yeah.
And plus, you really gotta be like you're really hoping that a Naruto / Transformer fan exists in that crossover, that this would be something that they'll like, yeah, I fucks with this. Because like I said, you're asking a Naruto fan to also be a Transformer fan. You're asking a Transformer fan to also be a Naruto fan. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you throw in like DeLoreans and Knight Rider kit, because those are kind of icons of pop culture. Where this is like, yeah, Naruto's popular, but it ain't popular with everyone. Like they have their group, just like Transformers has their group, and G.I. Joe has theirs.
It's just for me, like, okay, like the Ghostbusters one, like the Ectotron, like that one kind of made sense to me because like he was in the comic. There was a comic where, like an IDW comic, where the Transformers and the Ghostbusters team up, and they gave the Ecto one. They made the Ecto one into like an Autobot, like okay, like if this is something that makes sense in the lore of Transformers, then okay, like I'm on board. But this to me just seems like, hey, let's just take this like popular franchise and let's just like mash it together. You know what I mean?
Basically, that's definitely how it
Like that's
feels
just
because it's just like,
like that's just what it kind of feels like to me. Like
but like the figure
they're
itself
just
is
like
just so plain. Like it's like, I
yeah.
mean, it's cool for like kind of a Beast War thing, but even itself, like it just kind of looks plain. And like right off the rip when I saw it, like wow, this looks cheap. I thought someone was showing off a knockoff or something. Until like I read the headline and saw it was a Naruto Transformer crossover, and I was like, wow, this is garbage.
Yeah.
Because I thought this was some cheap knockoff or something when I first saw it. Like especially like when you see it in an article and it's not the like big page, and you see like a little picture. I'm like, ooh, like some bad looking knockoffs.
Yeah.
55 April of 2025.
All right, from Kotobukiya, we got Mega Man 11 from it's Mega Man from Mega Man 11, I should say. This is the Scramble Thunder version. I don't know, like yeah, I'm not very from 10 and 11. I'm not super familiar with.
I mean, it look. I like kind of the color, but the helmet's just goofy though. It's really goofy.
It is. It is.
But I do like that they did throwing out other Mega Man than just your traditional blue and giving you kind of variants from this version of Mega Man. So I'm okay with it. Yeah, sure, it's a figure with free labor, but it's cool. It's fine. I mean, it's
It's
taking advantage of a mold they already had, so they give it a slight repaint and just add slight retooling with different parts. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But again, not bad. I'm not even mad at it. Even though it looks goofy, I'm not mad at it. Like I said, especially if you're a fan of like Mega Man 11, then hey man, hey, fuck around. This is your time.
I like the color scheme.
Yeah, I like the color scheme too. Like I said, the only part I think is goofy is the helmet. But if he just had like a regular Mega Man helmet, like get rid of these tubes, and it was just a helmet, I think it would look fine. But with the things, it just looks goofy. But I'm still okay with it either way. And again, the price not bad. $70, May of 2025. This one's a little bit better though.
Oh, this one's cool.
Yeah, we got a Power Driver version of Mega Man 11. Like I said, this one's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah, this one's nice. Again, I'm not like I said, I'm not familiar with these game with the 10 and 11 a lot. So I couldn't tell you exactly like what robot masters these power-ups come from, but
Yeah, neither can I. So I'm not even gonna pretend. Like I said, I like the look of it, and again, this is not my Mega Man, but like I said, I'm pretty sure someone out there is like, yeah, I'm about to start eating good in a minute.
mhm.
Excuse me.
Because this company's already put, like I said, they already put out a classic one. Now they giving you two variants. Only thing they're missing from their line is the actual bosses that you know, so they can have these kind of like pair offs and whatever. And like I said, they don't really got to do that much work. It's literally like retool the booster cannon thing. Maybe give them different facial sculpts and a different helmet. Everything else is paint job, pretty much cosmetic. Everything else is paint job, so they're not that much retooling that they're doing with this Mega Man. Like I said, compare to this one. Like I said, how much have they done? It's little paint, and the retooling at best is the cannon on the hand and the helmet. So, also $70, June of 2025. Real quick, Matt, who do you think is winning, LA Knight or Carmelo Staines, U.S. title?
Probably LA Knight.
Yeah.
Though you never know. Like it's again a thing where maybe it's just a perception because again shorter pay-per-views, but if it feels like they haven't done a whole lot with LA Knight since he won the title. Since he won the title, like he hasn't been on a pay-per-view or he hasn't been in any really storylines or he hasn't really had any feuds, right? So it's kind of might be a thing where this might be one of those times where they might just surprise us and put it on Mellow.
Yeah, maybe. Well, coming up here from Storm Collectibles, we got King of Fighters, 98 Ultimate Match, Kim Capwin, 112 scale.
This looks nice. Like it looks like a typical like what you would expect from Storm Collectibles. Nothing special. Again, like I never played a lot of like King of Fighters. I've said that many times.
Yeah, SNK back in the day was like either there was arcade machines and maybe if you might have known somebody that had it on console. But yeah, SNK back in the day wasn't something that was just like readily available to people.
Yeah, like me, like I again like when I was like younger, like fighting games, like it was either like Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. Like I played Rival Schools. I played like Samurai Showdown, like Darkstalkers. Like I played all of those, and then when Tekken came out, I played Tekken. But yeah, never played a whole lot of King of Fighters.
Wasn't SNK the one, or was it Neo Geo that had this shit where they was like, you could take your disc and bring it to the arcade and slide the shit in or whatever? Which one? Who was doing that? That was SNK, wasn't it?
I think so.
Like that was trying, like, cause I knew one of them had that gimmick where it's like, oh, you can like bring your cartridge and put it into the arcade machine. I think it was SNK.
I think you're right. I think you are correct on that.
But like I said, they tried, and like I said, it really didn't work because like at that point the console was too hot. And it's like motherfuckers ain't really going to the arcades like that no more. And anybody that was arcade gaming that was more in the competitive side of things. At least at that point.
Yeah, like I said, and again with King of Fighters, like there's not a whole lot of attachment for me, so I don't know. This looks nice, but I'm not getting it.
Well, especially $90. Fuck Brazil. First quarter of 2025. Hey, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. They did. Look, you can't get it. Yeah, you're not allowed. You're not allowed, Brazil. They said you're not allowed. Take it up at the company.
Ooh, all right. Again, like, I'm not. I don't want to say any. I don't want to say any of these words right now. It's
Gita
like a
Robo
cool.
Super Robot Legend SRL01 Gita Ocarina action figure.
There you go.
I mean, it
That
looks
looks
pretty
cool.
badass, man. I don't know what it is, but
It's
it looks
badass.
fucking looks like fucking the thing that welcomes you to hell. In fact, it's the thing that welcomes you to robot hell. It's like,
Yeah.
welcome to robot hell. He looks like if Bludgeon got on the gas. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I ain't even know. I don't know what it is, but I really do like this.
He
He's got a face
reminds.
on his back. He's really
I,
evil.
I don't. I don't remember what they're called. He reminds me like. They were like these Japanese mechs, these Japanese Megazords, and like each one they like had these really smooth bodies. Like they were kind of chubby. Like do y'all know what I'm talking about? They had like horns on their heads and
Yeah.
almost like Evangelion, but not Evangelion. I don't know. I know we looked at them on the show. They're old, but that's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I can't. I'm drawing a blank on
Oh,
what
and we
they're
got a
called.
cape.
I think they were affiliated with Robotech. I don't remember.
Whoa, was that ab missiles or dick missile? What is that?
That's Big Dick Frank.
It's like, he's like, take this belly button lit.
I don't want this now.
Whoa. Whoa, was he a combiner?
I guess. I guess he is.
That's pretty cool.
Are you getting it?
I don't know. I gotta see how much is this monstrosity.
Oh wait a minute, he's a combiner?
I don't know. Like the parts on him look like pieces to him, but I don't think he's a fully combiner. But I think they attach to him, maybe.
No, yeah, that's his backpack.
Yeah, just the backpack does. Maybe he gets to wear different backpacks. I don't know. How much is this dude? $120. Ah, man. Only 6 inches? Only around 6 inches? Really? Fucking bitch is tiny as fuck.
You know, with like a lot of these like Japanese mech characters, like we were just talking about like the 3-0 Robotech. Like, how come we just don't get like 12-inch scale figures of any of this stuff anymore? Like, how come all of it is just 5-6 inches?
I don't know.
And then we charge in them like it is a 12-inch figure.
Price of plastic, man.
Like, shouldn't we consider a lot of these mech guys to be like actual mechs? Shouldn't they be bigger? Like, why are we doing 5-inch figures? You know, stupid.
Yeah, that's disappointing. I thought this was at least going to be like 12 inches. Shame on me. Should have known better.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit's already sold out too. We got an unmasked Wolverine from Hot Toys. Did you go in on this before it sold out, Jimmy?
No, actually, I have the sideshow one, so I didn't need this.
Okay. I mean, it looks pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. It's a good looking Wolverine, even without the mask on. It does kind of suck that you have to buy a separate figure just to get an unmasked Wolverine.
Yeah, that's because mine came with mask and unmasked in one figure. The one thing that this has over mine is it has seamless joints. And if you want to have like the arms bent on mine, you'd actually have to interchange the arms with ones that are already at 90-degree angles. You don't have to. Like, he comes with like jointed, like exposed jointed arms, but if you wanted it to look like really good, you'd have to interchange the arms. So it's nice that people now have the option of like the silicone, not the silicone, but the seamless joints.
Oh, LA Knight retains.
And this guy's claws, he's got that's like double the length of the claws on my figure, man. Like, these are fucking crazy looking. Like, mine are pretty modest.
Mask. Yeah, it's good. I dig it. Sold out here on BBTS at $190, June of 2025. But I'm pretty sure if you maybe check the Hot Toys website, they should have them maybe in stock. But I'm not gonna. No promises.
All right. We got the Wild Robot Carbotics Roz action figure. I feel like I know what this is, but
It's from I think some movie that's coming out soon.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, it is some kind of movie.
Whereas by Blitzway?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I've seen this guy. I've definitely seen this guy. Like, he looks familiar to me, but I can't put my finger on it. But yeah, you're right. I think it is some kind of movie.
So yeah, which I mean, to be honest, it's okay. It's fine. I mean, I haven't seen the movie. I don't know what it's about, so I can't really give a judgment call. But just as a kind of robot, you know who it reminds me of? The dude from TMNT.
Ooh, like Fugitoid?
Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah.
But a little more high scaled almost. Like, how tall is this thing? Oh shit, it's 12 inches. Okay. He ain't a little boy. He's a big boy. He's an Iron Giant. But like I said, it looks pretty posable. I like how it's got like almost like the coil like arms. Like they're not traditional arms.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool. It's probably like expensive though.
It's coming in. It was priced at $200. Yes, $200. $20 deposit. But I mean, it's 12 inches though, bro. It ain't small. It ain't no 6-inch shit. This is a big boy. That's what I said. Like, okay, I could see, and I would almost imagine this. Okay, we got LED lights. 16 points of articulation with special arm joints. We got metal. We got die casts. Oh, well, it's made of die cast, so this motherfucker got some weight on him.
Okay, so I guess if it's 12 inches and made of die cast, then I guess.
Yeah, motherfucker guy, he could be potentially be used as a weapon.
So 200 bucks, 12-inch scale.
Uh-huh.
That's actually pretty good for Blitzway. Like typically their shit runs like easily over 400 bucks. So yeah, that's actually
that's not that bad. Like I said, and it's
and
decent. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't really be like, ah, man, I'm a fan of this. But it looks decent
and
just for as a robot on its own. It's fine.
and their Carbotic series, that's like the real deal. Like like it's a ton of die cast usually.
So like, yeah, so I'm like, okay, $200, $20 deposit, third quarter 2025. Well, we'll see how this the wild robot thing goes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. Did you want to take this?
No, you go ahead, man. You go ahead.
So from Star Ace, we're getting our final two members of the Ghostbusters. We got Spengler, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this is the one we saw earlier with the Venkman and the Zedmore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, okay. So this is the right ones.
Yeah. I'm actually not going in on these anymore. Surprising. It was good timing because I was actually like adding these to my cart to pre-order, and then Blitzway announced they're doing reissues of their Ghostbusters, which like pretty much are like the best 6 scale Ghostbusters ever, and I've been trying to get them for like almost 10 years now or something, but yeah, they're reissuing them, and I think I'm gonna go for those instead of these.
But what's the are they cheaper or about the same?
I honestly I don't know. I don't know what their new price is going to be. Probably more expensive. Yeah, there's no pre-order date announced or anything. Just that they're real. And the cool thing is, Venkman gets an extra head sculpt, which is him yelling when he sees Slimer, and you also get one for Stance with his mouth dropped with the cigarette in there. So I kind of want those. It's like their Slimer encounters or whatever.
Oh, we
That
got a
shit, man.
women's
Like,
tag team title match. Metaphor against Buff Girl Magic.
Wonder who's winning that match.
Oh, Kevin Owens already interrupted, so I don't even think we're going to even have a match.
Ugh.
Yeah. 285 with a 2850 deposit. First quarter of 2025. And of course, we got a race stance.
It's cool. Looks cool. Like I'm not really into 6 scale figures, but can still appreciate them from afar.
So are we not going to have a women's tag team title match? Oh, no, gonna happen. Okay. Ray also 285 with a 2850 deposit. First quarter 2025. Overly promise of the Force. Alright, we got Star Wars. We got Darth Vader battle damage mode.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
I opted to get the Hot Toys version of this because of the statue, right?
Yeah, this is a statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd rather have one with articulation. So I got that.
I agree.
You know who wouldn't rather have one with articulation?
Todd McFarlane.
There you go.
Hey, listen, you don't like it? Don't buy it. Don't buy it.
Like, what are you gonna do with all those joints? You know, move them.
We could put the articulation in there, but what are you gonna do with it?
Oh, and you get what's this, the statue? This is the premium format figure, so it's better. It's better.
Can't believe that it's better. Oh, fuck me.
Not the most expensive statue we've seen before, but it's definitely not for the broke boys. And that will do it for Fig News. Alright, Agatha All Along, gentlemen. I think this was probably, out of all the 5 episodes, this is one with a little more interesting, but still, I just like, where are we going with this? We kind of get introduced, that we kind of find out eventually who Teen is. Turns out that it's what's his name, Tommy or Billy?
Wiccan?
Yeah,
one of them.
he's Wanda's son.
I want to smash his face.
But which begs the question, how does he come back when he was just a figment or just a hex from his mama?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Cause weren't I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know, okay? Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like the start of this episode, like when they're kind of like talking about the Ouija board stuff, and they're going over the rules of using a Ouija board, and then they're doing the Ouija board. Like that's getting me from 6 to midnight, because that's like right up my alley. And then when she gets like possessed, and she's like, looks like she came out of like The Exorcist. Like, I thought that was great. Like that's like right up my alley. But and once you kind of get into the stuff with her mom, you kind of lose me a little bit.
Yeah. Like, it starts like the person on the Ouija board, I guess, is supposed to be her son. But then Agatha takes the power of one of the witches, who I guess apparently is dead now.
Yeah, you know, maybe yeah, so it looks like she's kind of dead. It looks like maybe the other two got bodied, but you know, like they didn't really confirm it per
Plus we
se.
got
Like, I
we
feel
got
like,
to see witches fly on brooms. We got to see that, I guess.
yeah, that's decent.
Which is kind of
That's
funny
decent.
too. With the Ouija board, was like they're asking like who's here, and the Ouija board's like death. which is supposed to be Aubrey Plaza's character, which she's supposed to be deaf.
Yeah, that's right.
So like when it spells it out, she just starts laughing and shit.
Like I said, I think there's elements that were good, like all the Salem 7. They look creepy, and like they look creepy. They look like scary, like witches. Like I like that element. I like that element of it, but I don't know, man. It's just I think the problem here is that this really didn't need to be a show. This should have just been, because there's a lot of shit in there that there's a lot of shit in there that's just really like, who cares? But there is some cool elements. I don't know.
I just want to know where does this fit into the grand scheme of things as far as MCU is concerned? Because in doing this, where we're saying, okay, this is Tommy, this is Wanda's son. Okay, so we all know the last time we saw Wanda was Multiverse of Madness, and she allegedly died, even though we never saw her body. The only other reference of Wanda would have been in Deadpool Wolverine, where the other heroes were hiding out, which was the temple from Multiverse of Madness, because Wanda's
Yeah.
sculpture was carved in the shit. And that was the statue from in Multiverse of Madness. But now we got Tommy back, who again was just a hex. So technically doesn't truly exist as a flesh body person. But now we have a flesh body person who no one knows who he is, name or anything, because he had a spell enchanted on him that no one can hear it. But he's now got powers and he's rocking kind of the Scarlet Witch-like crown. So it's like
The thing where
I don't know.
the thing where like, kind of, because I thought the twins in WandaVision were based off her twins from the comics that like never existed.
Well, that's the thing. The theory of how her children, who were like just spells she casted, and then eventually became real people, because when the spell was broken, the persons ceased to exist, but they still had a spirit, and then the spirit just took someone else's real form, and then eventually like they come to the conclusion that I am even though I was born from these people, Wanda Maximoff is my actual mother. That's how they say it. That's how they did it in the comics. Like Tommy and them were born by other people, but eventually, like it's almost like something clicked in their heads, telling them that yeah, I'm actually like the incarnation or the reincarnation of Tommy, Maximoff, and Wanda Maximoff is my mother.
Yeah.
But that's what the
I don't
comic
know.
does. I don't know what this is gonna do. But
I
they
don't know.
are, in all
My
intents and purposes, kind of indicated that he is Tommy, because even before he even turns on them, Agatha's like, "You're just like your mother."
yeah.
And he starts doing
It's
all the
again,
finger shit like Wanda does and all that too, conjuring up the magic.
like, my issue again, it's the issue with these like Marvel shows is that there's too long. Like, okay, like, see, like, that was my problem with Echo. Like, I like how Echo started, and I like the premise. I like the premise of her just being like this like vigilante in New York trying to take down the Kingpin. Like, that first episode started so good, but then once like she goes back to her like hometown and she's like doing all that shit, that's when I've like lost interest.
Wow, they really made short work of Lash Legend and other chick, Jackson.
It's like that's my problem with this is like I like all the creepy elements, but there's just so much like stuff in there that I'm just like I'm not really interested in. Like that's the problem.
Hmm. So, but I'm saying I want to know what happens next because, like, what's her name? Aubrey's character. She kind of disappears towards the end. Like,
See,
where did she
okay, like
go?
that's what I'm that's what I'm saying. Where it's like, okay, I'm more interested in that, but the problem is it's taking so long to get. It's taking too long to get from point A point B, you know what I'm saying? Like there's too much stuff. There's too much shit that I don't care about in between the stuff that I actually do care about. Like I like the as characters, I like the Salem 7. Like they look creepy and I want to see them fight Agatha, but it's just taking too long to get there. Like if you look at that like Werewolf by Night special, that's why it was so good because it was just one special. Like it wasn't drawn out. They just got right into the plot and that was it. That's the problem where I like where we're going, but we're just taking too long to get there. Like the all these like trials that are all basically the same thing, they just feel unnecessary. Like they're just like they wanted to make a 6 episode show and they're like they they're like okay, we got to stretch it out as much as possible because we need this to be 6 episodes. That's what it feels.
Wait, what show is making grown people cry?
It's
Hmm?
like, it's like The Hobbit. It's like The Hobbit. They wanted to turn it into 3 movies, but The Hobbit is just a really short book. It's a short book that just tells a really like linear story, and then they're like, "Oh, we gotta stretch it to 3 3 hour movies." So they added a lot of shit
Oh, the robot movie. Okay, got
just
you.
just to just to extend it, and I feel like that's what's Marvel's doing with all these shows. I don't know.
I thought you were talking about the Agatha show. Ain't nobody crying over this shit.
I'm crying.
He's
I'm
talking
crying
about
because
the
of the.
robot movie.
I'm crying at those ears.
Uh,
Flatten them.
Here's a question: do we get the return of Wanda in this show? At least have something for some kind of real payoff or anything?
No, I think
Or
they
is this like
maybe
the Secret Invasion where it's all this suspense and drama to go almost absolutely fucking nowhere?
it's hard to say. I don't think we get the. I don't know. I don't know. Like I could see Wiccan. I could see Wiccan maybe joining up with the Young Avengers, depending on where they want to go with that. But I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Jimmy, DQ's got chicken tenders with the flavor of savory sweets.
Sweet.
No, I know you love savory though.
I mean, I do. I know you don't.
I mean, I love food to be savory, but that's not a flavor though.
Yeah, sure it is.
It's not a flavor though.
Savory is his favorite flavor.
It is Jimmy's favorite flavor, savory. It's savory.
We got a problem here.
What with savory?
Yeah.
I do have a problem with savory.
Well, state your business.
It's not a flavor. It's a taste.
Taste and flavor. It's the same shit. You can taste the
No, the
flavor.
flavor will give you the taste. So if I put sugar on something, it'll make it sweet. it'll taste sweet. But if I put something that's like more of like a neutral base, like your salt or pepper, then you get savory. And if I put something of a more sour nature, you get sour. But savory itself is not a flavor; it's a taste.
Listen, you're arguing with a retarded person. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone.
Okay, touche, sir.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So, Kujira said, hopefully we get Mephisto or Ghost Rider. I mean, that would be cool, I guess. I don't know if it turns this into like a better show, because again, it'll be one of those things of just throwing it in just to say, like, oh my god, this and this, but the rest of the show is like, was it worth it just to give you that like 5 minutes? That's if you even get
I'm
that.
I'm pretty sure we're not getting.
I know.
Ghost Rider
I'm just like hypothetical speaking here.
Here's my thing. I would here's what I'm hoping for. I would like to see Werewolf by Night and Man Thing show up at the end of this and recruit Agatha to join their team, because I like Catherine Hahn and I like the character. I would like to see her continue, but like I said from the beginning, like I never felt like Agatha really needed her own show. Like she would work on like a team. Like she would be great on like a team, and I would like to see that. Like if we get Werewolf by Night and Man Thing and they show up and trying to recruit Agatha like Avengers style into the Midnight Suns, like I would be okay with that. Like I would be on board with that. I'm gonna say that. Like, if we get Werewolf by Night and Man Thing at the end, then I would be happy with that. But because I would like to see more from that character, because I do like the character. I just, again, the problem with the show is there's just we just need to get from point A to point B, and I just feel like it's taking too long to get there. Like this is the like at this point, like Witch's Road might as well be called Snake Road or Snake Way, because it's taken us forever to get to the end. You know, just like Goku was running on Snake Way, he was running forever to try to get to King Kai. Well, that's how long it'd be taking Agatha.
Hmm. Speaking of
Just get there.
Goku, man, that sparkling zero thing I hear is fucking, people are loving that shit, boy.
I'm kind of hearing though, people are saying it's too hard.
Well, yeah, there is definitely a bit of a learning curve where they don't want you to like kind of play it on easy.
But, you know, I think that's a kind of a thing that's kind of lost with modern gaming, where
Like they said, you could play it on easy, but you won't get like certain features that you would get if you played it on the more normal or harder difficulty. So like it's kind of encouraging you not to play it on baby mode and actually learn the game.
yeah.
And I'm like, I'm fine with that, because it's like, listen, you can still play it. You can still play it on like an easier level. You're just not gonna get the option to do like alternate endings or shit like that. But they said even on easy, it's not that easy. So you might as well just
I
play it
think
on the normal difficulty.
it's like I said, it's kind of a thing with like modern gamers, it seems like, or this, where people a lot of times they just want to have their hand held through the game, and then that's why when you get a game like you get a game like this where, yeah, like they don't want it to be like a cakewalk. Like they want it to challenge you. They want you to put some time into it, and people don't like it. Like there's a thing where like I don't know. Like, like the From Software stuff is maybe the other end of the spectrum where they're maybe like too difficult. I think it's just a thing where people just kind of want to have their hand held, and this game is kind of being like, no, like we're not gonna do that. Like, I don't know, like, like, again, like Mega Man was notoriously hard, and it was frustrating, but that's what made it so satisfying when you beat it, because you struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled, and then eventually you died enough times that when you finally beat that level and you beat that robot master, like you felt such a feeling of accomplishment because it was so difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Aw,
Where
shit, here
now
comes
it's like
Liv Morgan.
it's almost like the opposite, where people want to pay like $70 and then just have like a cakewalk, which is fine. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like if again, like there's nothing wrong with just wanting to. There's nothing wrong with that, but you can't fault the game for being too difficult. You know, am I making sense?
Yeah, yeah, you making
Like
sense.
you can't criticize the game for being too hard. At the end of the day, they wanted to make a hard game. Like I don't play From Software games because I know how difficult they are, but that doesn't mean I think they're bad. I just mean that, yeah, like these games just look too difficult, so I don't play them. But I'm not gonna tell you like they're bad games, or I'm not gonna be like, oh, like they're too hard, like they should be easier. It's just that, these games are just not for me. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
In other news, like since we're on the topic of games, did you guys hear that? Like finally, after over 14 years, they're putting the original Red Dead Redemption on PC.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I already actually just pre-ordered my copy. Like I've been waiting for that, like I said, for like almost 15 years now. I do not know why it took that long to just put it on the computer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like over the years, sorry, I'm coughing. There have been like rumors that they couldn't, they can put it on any system except PC because like there's weird licensing behind Red Dead. I don't know, it's weird, but they did it finally.
Well, better late than never, I guess.
Yep. So I'm looking forward to that, and it should be playable on the Steam Deck, which I'm looking forward to.
I mean, there are games like Elden Ring that are really super duper hard. But hey, I'm in the camp of not every game's for everybody. Just isn't.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like, and that's why,
Look,
like, I don't.
because you look at it, you gotta
I,
look at it like this though. You can play a game, and if it's super duper hard, you can bash your head in to either you build a tolerance to it and you just kind of power your way through, or you get frustrated and you just quit.
yeah, like I think
Or you're
that's the
gonna learn
thing, and
from the
like,
game. You'll bash your head and you'll eventually learn shit because repetition and just keep failing. or you'll get just too frustrated and you'll never play the game again. And that happens to a lot of us.
The thing is like it's up to you to make a distinction if something's for you or not. Like Ian is saying Elden Ring is so hard that it's almost not fun. But I don't really think that's fair to say because fun is a matter of perspective, and some people like those games because of how hard they are. Some people like that. Some people enjoy it. Some people like the grind. Like everybody's different. For me, I don't find those games fun because they're too hard and they're too hard for me, so I just don't play them. But again, like I'm not gonna tell you that they're bad, or I'm not gonna tell you that oh like the game is too hard. It's just not for me. That's what I think it
And
is. Just
I'm
like
right
some
there with you,
games.
Matt. And it's the same reason why I don't really play a lot of RPGs like Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Not because the game's hard. It's because I just don't find it fun.
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Like fun is a matter of opinion and like
Like I'd rather
you know
play
like
first person shooters, third person hack and slash, or
yeah.
side scrollers, or just anything that I find fun. But like RPGs outside of like KOTOR, I don't fuck with them. I don't fuck with them.
It's the same with
I didn't
like
find anything fun in those. I only like Star Wars, so
it's the same shit with like true survival horror survival games. Like not everybody is gonna find. I find them fun. Like I love the original Resident Evil, but I know
Mhm.
not everybody's gonna want that because it's not it's not like a first person shooter. Just like how Elden Ring isn't just like a third person shooter. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
like back in the
That's what
days,
I mean. Like
oh go ahead, man.
no, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Like back in the day, like I didn't really care for the original like Resident Evil game. Like I didn't like the way they played until Part 5 came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh man, I like this. It's a little more fast paced. It's not all puzzles and shit. Cause like, yeah, I'm not interested in that. I just want to like kill zombies. You know,
Yeah.
maybe I'm
Like
simple
I
that
said,
way,
like but you know what I mean? Like that's okay. Like it's okay to like what you like. Like I said, like some people like Elden Ring and some people like Bloodborne and people like Dark Souls because some people like that challenge. Some people like the grind, and for some people, like that's what's fun. And if that's what's fun for some people, then okay, like that's fine. Just for me, like for me, I personally don't like those games because I find them too difficult. I tried playing Bloodborne and I could not progress anywhere because I was just dying over and over again, you know. And then eventually it was a thing where okay, you know what, like this game's just not for me. I think it's okay to just I think that's something that's lost in today's world where it's okay to just say something's not for you. Like just because something's not for you, you don't have to say it's trash. You don't have to say it's garbage. You could just say like this isn't for me. And for me, From Software games, they're not for me, and that's okay. Doesn't make them bad games. Just they're just not for me.
yeah, I don't like MMORPGs. I don't do real time strategies. I'm not saying they're bad. They're just not for me.
Yeah, me too. Like I don't play a lot of I don't do like the real time strategy games. Like I'm not into that. You know.
Yeah, like I'm not into like the Telltale stuff. You know, I don't know about
Yeah,
you.
yeah, me too. Like I'm not into that stuff. Like I don't know, like Tetris is one of the most popular games ever made, and I fucking hate Tetris.
I mean, Tetris is fun, but I wouldn't prefer to. If I had a choice of other games to play, I sure wouldn't pick Tetris. But like again, it's one of those things of like people always sit there say there's no new games and there's not a real lot of variety. There is a lot of variety, but people are just under the impression that every game should be made for them. And unfortunately,
That's
the reality is
exactly.
not every game's gonna be made for you. Maybe it might be
Exactly. Yeah.
a coordination thing. It might be a timing thing with you. It actually might be an intelligence thing. I hate to break it to you, not
Yeah.
everybody's working with a full deck of cards here. So it's like, listen, this game might just be a little bit too advanced for you. And that's not a bad thing to say, because it's just the reality. Not everything's for everyone. Not everybody can be allowed to do everything. Hey, there's people in this world that can juggle, and guess what? I can't juggle. Does that mean they're better than me? No, it just means they can juggle, and I haven't learned to juggle.
Yeah. I think
But
that's the
it's like
best
I've
way to
tried to
put it.
juggle and I can't. I don't have the good hand-eye coordination. So yeah, guess what? It's not for me. It's not for
I
me.
think that's the I think that's the best way to put it. It's just an example of not every game is meant for everybody. And
But everybody
that's
believes
just what
that
it
it
is.
should be that way. We're
Exactly.
in this
Like
world of
that's
like,
what I
oh,
mean. Like,
everything needs to be accessible, and I think you're
yeah.
conflating the types of accessibility. It's like, yeah, I get it. If you want it accessible for people who are disabled and they want a game, great. But the accessibility of like, oh, everybody should be allowed in these spaces to play is like, yeah, they can be allowed to play in these spaces, but they're probably not gonna have a good time, because in reality, the game's probably not for them.
We have to we have to get we have to get out we have to get out the mindset of everything just has to be super dumbed down to make it accessible for everybody. We have to sort of move away from that. We have to move away from that mindset where everything needs to be simplified because it's got to be accessible for everybody. And like
Yeah, like
again, like not every game is going to be for everybody, and you have to just learn like what's for you, and you have to just learn like what's right for you and what's not right for you, or
plus,
what's
also,
good for
I
you or
think
what's
to
not
be
good for you.
honest, let's be real. Most people, I think, if you've been gaming for at least a good period amount of time, you as a person should know what kind of gamer you are. Like in
Yeah.
your own honesty, like like, hey, I'm maybe good at this game, but if I play this game, I'm okay. But I know if better people came along, I'd probably get my ass beat. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm okay at Street Fighter. I can play it, but I'm pretty sure if I play someone who really knows their shit, I'll probably get my ass beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But but like I said, but I don't go out of my way to buy games that I know I'm not good at, or I'm not gonna have fun with, because it's not my style of play. I'm at that age now, like I'm not gonna purposely buy, like I said, Final Fantasy, the last one came out recently and a lot of people liked it. I had no intention or interest. Why? Because I don't play that shit. And I'm not gonna go out of my way to buy something that I have no interest of playing. Because I'm not gonna have
Exactly.
fun playing it. Now, if other people want to play it, have fun. Like, I'm not even telling people not to buy it. I'm not even saying the game is bad or anything wrong with it. I'm just saying, hey, I don't play those games, so I'm not going to buy it. That's like when I bought the first Kingdom
Exactly.
Hearts, I played it, and it was like, oh, it's okay, but I don't like this style of play. So I never played any other Kingdom Hearts after that.
I hate.
Exactly. Like you gotta understand like that, like not everything is gonna be for you,
Yeah,
and
it's not for
it's
me.
up it's but that doesn't mean that something just because something's not for you, or just because you're not good at something, doesn't it doesn't make it bad, doesn't
Well, I don't
inherently
even think
make
it
it
gets bad. I
bad.
think people just get mad at the fact that be, being told that everything's for you and you can do anything, and then the reality kicks in that not everything's for you and you can't do everything. You're not always going to be able to do everything, especially not right out the gate. You know what I'm saying? And that's the perception, that's the attitude a lot of people have, is where I get it, they get into something and they're disappointed that they didn't like kill it on the first try.
Hmm.
And it's like,
Exactly.
well, yeah, you just started, so maybe there's a learning curve. Maybe you need to get better. Maybe you need to learn, moves and strategy. you just started, so like don't be defeated when you off the first loss. Just like, keep going, keep playing, keep learning. Maybe there's something in the game that you need to get to be more
Well,
powerful to beat that person. But you'll never know. But like, if you're already coming in like, oh, I didn't win, this game is shit, and why can't I beat this? It's like, yeah,
well,
then you might as well just put the controller down then.
that's what happened to me with Baldur's Gate. Like I had never played like a Dungeons and like a traditional like Dungeons and Dragons CRPG,
Uh huh.
and like I fucking sucked at that game like the first 10 or 15 hours because it's so complicated. But shit, like once you get it, you good. And like you got all these people online. Like when I was like browsing Reddit, they're like, you know what? I refunded this game on Steam after an hour because I just couldn't. Like, listen, you gotta be patient with some things. If after a few hours it's really not clicking, okay, refund it. But motherfucker, you gotta give some things a shot. Like you don't know if you're gonna hate it until you try it. You know?
Yeah. Like I
But
said,
that's the
I've
problem.
played games that I've dedicated a couple hours to playing it, and it got to a point where it's like, okay, I'm doing it, I'm figuring things out, but I'm not having fun doing this.
That's what I mean though. Like that's the problem because it's like we're in the world of we're in the era of people just want to have their hand held through everything. People don't want to be challenged. People just want everything to be super accessible. And sometimes in gaming and in life, that's just not the way it is. That's just not the reality.
Yeah.
That's actually
Uh,
kind of why I like Baldur's Gate. Like I'm like 30 hours in. It's really good, but the game doesn't it doesn't give you tutorials. Like there's a few in the beginning, but you basically have to figure out everything else for yourself. I kind of like that because you don't get a lot of games, where you actually don't have your hand held.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's nice.
oh shit, Rhea Ripley
Uh,
showed up.
That being said, I tried a bunch of From Software games. Like I played a little bit of the original Dark Souls. I tried Bloodborne when it came on PlayStation Plus, and yeah, I'm not. Uh, I sunk quite a few hours, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, like me too. Like when Bloodborne was on PlayStation Plus, I played it too, and it was like after a couple hours when I'm still in the same town and I can't escape because I can't even kill one single enemy because it's so hard. It was just like, okay, like that's when I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna I'm just gonna accept that this game is not for me. And I wanted to play Sekiro, but then
Uh,
like after playing Bloodborne, I never got into that game. I never messed with that game because I'm like, okay, obviously From Software games are just not gonna be for me, and Sekiro is supposed to be the hardest one. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of leave that game alone because I know I know how hard it is. I know it's not for me. Just leave it alone, and that's that.
People told me that technically Elden Ring is the easiest, and I've been really tempted to try it because it seemed like just looking like the art style and collectibles in the game, it seems like something I want to play or would like. But I don't know, man. Like I really don't want to. Like I'm not. I get like the satisfaction people get from like finally killing that boss, but I don't. I don't have the time to fight him 30 times.
Yeah,
you know.
like that's what I mean, and like that's perfectly valid. Like some people, like I don't have a lot of time to play games during the week. Like I just don't. I just don't because like I work and I have responsibilities and I do like YouTube stuff. So I don't have a lot of time to play games. So sometimes I like to play a game where I can just play it for 2 hours and just make some actual progression. Like, again, like that's what I like. That's what appeals to me. But do I think like Bloodborne is a bad game? No, I don't think it's a bad game. I just, again, it falls under like, you know what, it's just not for me because I don't have enough time to where I could invest into a game like that. I just don't have the time for that. I get maybe like I play maybe like 3-4 hours of video games a week, you know?
Yeah, I'm still working through Tears of the Kingdom, man. And it's nice
Yeah.
that you can save like at any point in the game. That's why I'm like those like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but especially Breath of the Wild, they're really hard, but you can save the game at any time. So it makes it really easy to digest. You know, like if I want to hop on and fuck around for an hour, I can do that, you know?
That's kind of what I was
But
doing, and I kind of got stuck at a point, but I'm gonna go back on it though.
yeah, you're playing Tears, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I still think I don't know. I don't know which one I haven't finished Tears. I still think I like Breath of the Wild more, but I think Breath of the Wild was harder.
Yeah,
At least
see, I'm still on Breath of the Wild. Like for me, like there's a part I'm stuck where I have two I have two divine beasts left, but one is in an area that's too cold for me to get to, and the other is an area that's too hot for me to get to. So I'm like I'm stuck at a point where I have to I have to figure out what I need to do to make it so that area is accessible for me.
oh, you trying to get to the Gerudo and the Rito, right?
Yeah, like I beat the yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, like there's a fire one, I guess, and there's like an ice one.
Yeah, I forget the like the race names, but yeah.
I'm stuck at a point
Like I
in that Tears game where there's a part I gotta go to, which is snow, but my man is freezing.
You need to eat spicy peppers.
I
And
was, but I ran out, and then I didn't know where to go from there. And like no matter how many peppers I was eating, like I was still exhorting enough energy that I was still freezing quick. Like my clothing's still like the bare bones of what you start with.
did you cook like 5 spicy peppers in a dish?
No, I haven't even found a pan to cook anything yet.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, in that starting area, if you find a pot with a fire underneath, you can cook 5 of them and you're good for like 12 minutes to go wherever.
yeah, like see, like that's what I need to do. Like I basically need to I basically like I'm having very much the same problem where it's like I said, like there's one area I need to go to, but it's so hot that you just burn to death. Like you just burn to death almost instantly.
Yeah, and purchasing the armor is really expensive too to keep you safe.
Yeah.
You need elixirs. Um, I'll be your guide. I played the fuck out of that game.
Shit, I might have to start. I might have to go back and start from scratch on that because I don't even remember where the fuck I'm at.
You can find like spicy peppers in like different caves and stuff in that starting area.
Yeah, I had
And then
found a bunch, but like I said, because I didn't cook them. I was just munching them quick, and like I said, they weren't lasting that long. So like I bodied them real fast
yeah.
because I couldn't find any place to cook anything. The little robots kept telling me shit. I'm like, okay, well, where can I cook some shit, man? I'll figure it out. But yeah, like I said, people just need to rip that Band-Aid off and like listen, like in life, not everything is made for you. Not everybody can participate. Some of us are just going to be spectators. But that's not in everything. You might be a spectator in one thing, and you might be a participator in another thing. That's just how it works. Some things you may try to participate in, you might not be good at them. You can continue to try and get better, or you could just give up. That's a choice you have to make. But like I said, this illusion that games should be for everyone is ridiculous, because not every game's going to be for everyone, because people have different sensibilities and taste. Some people like to play just puzzle games, and some people don't. Some people like to play games that are literally just like walking sims. Some people don't.
Death Stranding.
Yeah, some people only play games that are just first-person shooters. And some people don't. That's why we have all these different genres of games, because there's a person out there that goes, I'll play that, and there's a person that goes, I don't play that.
I need to finish Death Stranding.
You know, so it's ridiculous to sit there and try to throw this whole concept that games are made for everyone. They are made for everyone, but not everyone can play every game. Not everybody's made to play every game. Not everyone's made to play every game.
It's kind of like Red Dead 2. It's going to stick with a lot of people, but for some people it's too slow. I guess it is what it is. Just move on.
But then, you know, like the side quests and stuff like that were the best part of Red Dead 2. Like all those like side missions.
Oh, like, yeah.
That was some of the best parts of those games. But yeah, like that's the thing where some people might like that aspect of it. They might like the side
Red Dead 2 is like, I still stand as one of the greatest games I've ever played. And the side quest, the main story, everything about it, like the fact that the game itself, like I said, I've never played a game where I purposefully was just out there wasting my time doing side missions and other little knickknacks, that the main game came and found me and was like, hey, Arthur, what you doing? You know we got shit to do, right?
He's been away from camp too long.
Yeah, like the motherfucker came and got me. Like I've never seen a game do that. Like, but it was cute because it's just a reminder of like, hey, I know you're having fun, enjoying this open world, but do not forget, you still got a game to play. You still got a game to play.
Red Dead 2, I would put that on like my Mount Rushmore of video games. Like if I had to pick like a top 5, Red Dead 2 is in that top 5 games of all time.
I gotta throw the first one in there too, honestly.
Red Dead 1 is good. Red Dead Revolver was good. Not as clean as the laters, but it was the Templar for what we got later on.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like Saints Row, like the first one was okay, but then it got too goofy for me. Gojira.
Oh, dude, I actually like the third. Have any of you played Saints Row 4?
I did, and like I said, I just feel like it really just got too goofy for me.
It got goofy, but I think I said this before on the show. Like, it had like a surprisingly well written like story and villain for like being so stupid. I was like super surprised. Like, this is a really good like superhero simulator. I don't know how we got to this point. Like, I thought we were a Grand Theft Auto clone, but
yeah, like when we started like swinging dildo bats, I was just like, I'm okay, bro. This is y'all doing way too much now. I get it. You're trying to stand out from being just a GTA clone, but when we gotta literally go out of our way to start swinging dildo bats, you're doing too much.
yeah,
like, I don't even mind the whole story plot with the aliens and shit. That was fine. But it's like when you got to start doing the thing of like, you're basically turning your weapons into like Ratchet and Clank type shit, where they just start turning people into cows and whatnot. Like, okay, you're doing too much.
Yeah, we had the black hole gun in the fourth one.
Yeah, it was like you're just doing too much. Like, if you'd have just stuck to kind of like the style of okay, we're a GTA clone, but we're a little bit different. It would have been fine.
They went back.
You're not the first person to do this.
They went back with the reboot like 2 years ago with Saints Row, like back to just a plain GTA clone.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't really work out.
Because like you had other games like that where with True Crime, Streets of LA, Sleeping Dogs, all the same thing. They had an open world game with a storyline. It was kind of GTA, but it wasn't.
You guys play Crackdown?
I remember Crackdown. Crackdown crashed out. Like everybody, I remember there was supposed to be a new one that was supposed to come out a couple of years ago, and then never happened, and then it just came out free to play. Like that was another one. That was the one that took the GTA aspect, and then whatever Saints Row did, they was like, "Oh, they're smoking crack. Now we're smoking meth. We're over here. We're over here freebasing straight tar." And this game was just cracked out, just running around, jumping around, sounding like Terry Crews, and just blowing buildings up and all kind of crazy shit. Got to a point like nobody wanted to play it, then it just became a free to play game because nobody played it.
That's a shame because like the first two were like really cool.
Yeah, they were cool, but they were basic because like really there was no like the visuals were kind of just generic compared to what else was out there. Like I think at that time we were still in what GTA 4. At that time, I think it was around then.
Yeah, it was early 360 days.
So it's like, yeah, like if you look at the setting of it, it was just drab and dreary because everything was more focused on, oh, you could just kind of jump and leap all over the place and blow up buildings and all that other shit. But the rest was just like, yeah. Like the game plot was kind of just barely there. It's like, hey, go over there and blow this up. Now go over there and blow that up. That's why I got to a point where they were just like, okay, even though we hyped this up to be the next big game, no one wanted to buy it, so they had to just literally give it away for free. And even then, people wasn't playing it.
You know what remasters I want? Like, we're doing all these remasters. I want a remaster of the first two Max Payne games.
Well, like what more? Well, like some polished up graphics?
Stop it. I would buy the shit out of a Max Payne remaster.
I don't even need better graphics. I just want it to be playable on, because you can't play Max Payne 1 on like current gen systems. I think you can only play it on PC or like the original PS2 or whatever.
Infamous was a good game too, Gojira. I like that. I think I still have Infamous 2, I think.
I
think it's PlayStation 2. I'd have to pull out my PlayStation 2.
The only Infamous I played was the one, it was like the launch title for PS4. I think it was Second Son or something. Like Infamous Second Son. I remember that being a lot of fun.
Yeah, I used to like all those like third party games like Mercenary. Mercenary was fun.
Homefront.
Homefront was okay. Homefront was okay.
Yeah. I think this was PlayStation, but I remember I like Resistance.
Did I play Resistance? Was that the Red Faction?
I think so.
Because if that's like the same, I think that was the one. Because I think I played that. That was a pretty decent one. It was like a third-person type shooter.
No, it was first. It was first. First person.
I remember Red Faction if I played it. Because there was another like Red Faction game, but it was like a third-person open world.
Oh yeah, I know. I haven't played that, but I know what you're talking about.
Because like they had a series of games. It was like, oh, you're fighting like the Russians took over and shit. You know what I'm talking about now?
Yes, I haven't played it, but I know what you're talking about. But yeah, Resistance was cool. I remember liking Crysis a lot.
I never got into Crysis.
I
Crisis
remember. Yeah,
or Ex Machina.
I never messed with Ex Machina. Fucked around with Quake. I liked Quake.
Quake was fine. Quake was cool. Doom, all that good shit.
Yeah, I played a lot of Quake back in
Like I said, my first
the day.
PC game was literally fucking Wolfenstein.
Oh, I fucking love Wolfen. There was
Wolfenstein and then Doom 2. Me and my boy Doc, because he's the one that put me onto that shit.
You guys ever played the I think there was only one made. It was called Singularity.
Doesn't ring a bell.
It was like a futuristic first person shooter. It was really cool.
I remember there was a game that came out back in the day that a lot of people used to rave about, and every time I saw it, I'm like, this shit look boring as fun, and that's that game called Myst. I don't know. I know there's a lot of people that have fond memories of the game Myst, and like it's literally just like a puzzle game. But I'm like, I seen that shit. I'm like, every time I saw it, I was like, this shit's boring as fuck.
I still haven't played through the Uncharted games.
Oh, we got Big Pimpin' Man rings now? Oh, yo, man, I think the game just got changed, son.
What?
I think WWE, are they selling Big Pimpin' Man rings? Hold on, don't tell me they're selling Big Pimpin' Man rings. If they're selling Big Pimpin' Man rings, I've always been looking for a Big Pimpin' Man ring. I think everybody should have in their life at least one Big Pimpin' Man ring.
So, like that new you guys know Transformers Reactivate, like the new game coming out?
Yeah, I've heard about it. It's supposed to be like the fall from Cybertron games almost.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was gonna be like some other, like some random third party game. But I took a look at the gameplay. It's like super close to like War and Fall of Cybertron. Like I actually might pick it up now.
But is it like only online that game? Like it's only online, right?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw like random gameplay online. I hope it's not only online. I hope it has a story. But shit, like even if it is online, I want to fuck with that.
What's it called? Like Transformers Reactivated?
Yeah, it's like Transformers Reactivate or something.
Yeah.
Hell, I heard they were turning servers back on for the old War for Cybertron games.
Oh, dude, if they're gonna do that, I can finally get my missing achievements. Shit. Yeah, I need those achievements. Fucking yeah, I was so surprised because when I saw the gameplay for Reactivate, the first thing I thought is, oh, did some guy like mod War or Fall for Cybertron to like make it pretty? No, that's like a brand new game. That was so crazy to see.
Well, if it's half as good as War for Cybertron was, I'm in.
Yeah. And if anybody at Activision is listening, please don't remaster War and Fall of Cybertron. Just port it onto the new consoles. Like don't fuck up those visuals. They were like basically perfect.
Yeah,
Agreed. Yeah,
they were pretty good.
I would.
Plus, also, I would say the only thing I would say is beef up customization of like creating your own bots.
Oh yeah,
because that was good, but the customization was kind of limited. Of as far as like changing and mixing and matching of the parts. Like I would like a little bit of more robust customization.
Yeah, see, like I never played the second one, so I wouldn't mind if they made it available again.
Yeah, like it sucks because even if you want to play it, you can't, right? Like it's not you can't buy it digitally. Physical editions are a small fortune.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're kind of stuck. And I never played the second one, and like there were so many times where I could have bought it at GameStop, and it was like $10, and I could have bought it, and I just never did. And then all one day you couldn't.
Yeah. Like I'm lucky. I got the physical editions for both of them on 360, and right before they removed them from Steam, I picked up like the digital versions for Steam.
I should still have my physical copy, but last time I checked before, like the disc wasn't working, and I was like, "Yo, don't tell me this."
Oh, that bitch been scratched up.
I would hope not. Let me see. Do I still have that motherfucker?
I'm
I'm
actually
looking
looking.
into my album. I got a bunch of old 360. Yo, look at all, yo, son. Just listen to the list I got. I got Batman: Arkham Asylum, NBA Street Homecoming. That's a good game. Pure, which was a BMX thing. We got Grand Theft Auto 4, Gears of War, Assassin's Creed, Gears of War 2 up in this bitch. Dead Rising, Dante Inferno, Skate 3, bunch of WWE games, Borderland 2, Deadpool game. That game is fire. Sleeper hit right there.
Still got
Lego
my.
Batman, Marvel, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Gears of War 3. Here we go. Prototype, Street Fighter
Oh, I remember
4.
the type. Yeah.
Got Skyrim. Here we go. Transformers. Transformers. War for Cybertron. Still got it.
Yeah, I just.
Oh, and I got X-Men Origins Wolverine. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, mine both my Transformers discs are in good shape, and both of mine still have their manuals too and slip covers. So
I mean, I'm looking at the disc. It doesn't look scratched, but I don't know if it was a disc or maybe just the PlayStation 2 I had. I mean, to be fair, that PlayStation 2 did survive a house fire. So, I got Force Unleashed Part 2, couple Call of Duty games, GTA 5 the first time.
the first time,
Yeah, the first time. I got original Red Dead Revolver for PlayStation 2, Mercenary for PlayStation 2, Vice City, Halo for original Xbox, original PlayStation 2. Why do I have 2 discs of Grand Theft Auto 3? I don't know. I don't know how that happened. San Andreas, The Warriors, God of War 1 and 2, Scarface, Soul Calibur, True Crime Streets of LA. Those are for original Xbox. Oh shit. I got Pokemon Coliseum for GameCube and Rebel Strike for GameCube. Old ass PlayStation 2 games. Buster. Man. Wish I had a GameCube right now. If I know somewhere is hiding a fucking Streets Def Jam Fight for New York. I know it's around here somewhere. But anyway.
yeah,
A
I
lot
got
of fucking classics.
Alpha Protocol. I got Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Gears of War 3, all the Bioshocks, Crackdowns, original Borderlands, Battlefield 3, Battlefield Bad Company 2, which is the best one, San Andreas, episodes from Liberty City. I forgot about this one. I got Condemned Criminal Origins. I remember this was kind of a scary one.
Condemned. Yeah, that's a good one. Where did I put the rest? I know what I got the rest of those games at. They're in that fucking that box that has the PlayStation 2 in it.
And then I got a bunch of PC games. I got Quake. I got Prey, the original Prey. Call of Duty 2 for PC, the original Far Cry. I got, what is this, Lost Planet 3? No, this is the original Lost Planet. And I got the original Crisis for PC too. And somewhere I have Shadow of the Colossus, the collection. That's pretty cool. Homefront.
Hold on 1 second, Jimmy. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Wow, factory sealed War for Cybertron, $175. Fuck. Brand new, no rips, $420. Jeez. Shit.
Back.
Okay.
I had to run to the restroom, but I also was like, where did I put that box where I had the PlayStation 2? Because I know I got games in there too.
Man, I miss my GameCube.
I got a bunch of memory cards. And a shit ton of discs. Oh, speaking of Dragon Ball Budokai 2.
Dragon Ball.
And the best Burnout Revenge. Ultimate Spider-Man. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. A WWE game, Ratchet and Clank. This is the first one? Yeah, it's the first Ratchet and Clank. Force Unleashed, Lego Star Wars 2, Star Wars Episode 3, Katamari Damacy, one of the best games, another WWE game, Transformers D game, that shit is trash because it's from the movie.
Wait, which one?
Transformers the game.
Oh, yeah, I didn't. Oh, no, I fucked around with that on the Wii, actually.
NBA Volume 3 Street, WWE. Hulk Ultimate Destruction, another banger.
Yeah, that's true.
And oh man, I can only imagine. I got like 3 memory cards right here, Jimmy. I can only imagine what some of these memory cards are.
Where's my original Spider-Man? Oh, here's Resistance 3. I got Marvel versus, what is this? Marvel versus Capcom. Okay. Faded.
If I can refurbish this PlayStation 2 or find a new one, or at least an old one, like man, I could do some real classic PlayStation 2 fucking games or some streaming or something. Cause I got a lot of old, good PlayStation 2 games, man.
Oh, here's Transformers Dark of the Moon. I remember actually liking this because it was made by High Moon, who did War and Fall, and it played like them. It was actually fun for a Bayformer game. Like for a movie game, it really wasn't that bad.
I know nowadays most people do emulation and all that for certain games, but I'm not PC savvy. I mean, I can learn it, but I just I'm at that age where I'm busy trying to keep in the information I got in my head now.
Oh, here it is, Sonic and the Secret Rings, son of a bitch.
Maybe one day our PC game will come up with. Plus, like, yeah, I don't know what emulation and all that, but
Here's my original Wolfenstein. Here's Singularity. And, Bionicle for GameCube, which I don't even have a fucking GameCube anymore, but I fucking love this game.
I wonder how backwards compatible is my Xbox, because I know it played Knights of the Old Republic, and that's original Xbox. And the Xbox Series X will play it.
Yo, how much do you think GameCubes go for now? You think they're, like, up in price? Or are they kind of, like, cheap?
I mean, depending on where you go. It's like, if you know any, like, any hobby shops or, like, local toy stores that might have refurbished shit, you might be able to get them for a decent deal. It depends.
Yeah,
Hey, you might even get lucky with a GameStop. They might have some older back ones in stock if you're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember I used to play the old Godzillas on GameCube. Those were fucking great.
Cause like back when I lived in Georgia, like the comic book shop that I used to go to get Transformers and shit, he had like old consoles refurbished, and he would resell and shit with classic games and whatnot. And like during certain like card events, they would have like all the games on TVs for people to play. So you'd be playing like GoldenEye on 64, or playing like Ratchet and Clank or something on the PlayStation 2 or whatever.
Here's Transformers the game. God damn, this disc is scratched. Fucking the underworld. I also have I have a Goosebumps game. Goosebumps Hall. I have I have I have Sega Bass Fishing.
Bass Fishing.
Guitar Hero 3, Spider-Man 3, again Wolfenstein, and then I have Dance Dance Revolution. Which one is this? Hottest Party. I think this was like the launch title, one of the launch titles for the Wii. And then I got Thrillville. I remember I like Thrillville. And Wii Fit, because my fucking fat ass needs Wii Fit.
Yeah, classic games. Classic games.
And then I have about 5 Grand Theft Autos. Grand Theft Auto 5s.
Yeah, like I said, I got a couple too, so.
They like reissuing that one, but they don't want to touch Red Dead 2, man.
Like, it really sucks how Red Dead 2, they just gave up on that because GTA 5 was so goddamn lucrative. Because I'm like, man, they gave up on the online. They gave up on all that. And it's like, bro, this shit had potential. It's just they saw too much money in fucking GTA 5 online.
What do you think is going to happen when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out? Do you think like all our GTA Online progress is going to transfer,
No.
or are we starting?
No, you starting from zero, bitch.
Yeah. So you think no? They're not going to like give up on 5 immediately because they're still going to.
No, it's still going to be a server that's going to exist. But if they do a GTA 6 and decide to do a new server for that one, more people will basically end up transitioning there, and then you might have still some of those people that just still hang out in GTA 5 because, they got the whole RP and everything.
Yeah.
Listen, as long as people still buy like shark cards and shit for that game, they'll keep that server open.
That's true. Oh, Speaking of which, like I think they closed the Friday the 13th servers. I never got to play my copy.
Oh damn!
Damn it!
That's fucked up.
Yeah. Oh shit! There's a poster in this though. Hold up.
I mean, can you still play the game regardless without the server?
I don't know because I thought it's like an only multiplayer game.
Like, is at least like a story mode to play through at least?
I don't think so. It's kind of like that new Predator game by the same people, where it's just online. I wish they'd stop doing that. Like, I would rather just have Ultimate Slasher Edition. Yeah, I forgot. I got the collector's edition of Friday the 13th, so I have the Ultimate Slasher Edition code, and I have this poster in the box.
Gojira says there's an offline mode. It's a solo challenge. It's solo challenges.
Oh, perfect. Then I can play my copy. Cool.
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm like, I need games like, listen, I don't mind games that have an online component, but this should always be like just a single player component for default of like, even if you don't play it online. Like, I hate games that don't allow you to play it at all if you have no online component. Like, this shouldn't be that way. You should at least be able to play for the game you paid for in a single player offline capacity.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that shit's fucking bullshit.
I'm happy. At least I get to try out my copy. Yeah, because I got it as a birthday gift, so I have a poster and I have like some DLC for it, so I'll check that shit out. Yeah. And then I got my Saints Row Gat Out of Hell DLC copy for some reason. I still have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I haven't fucked around with it yet.
Yeah, I think I got that downloaded. I think it was on Game Pass.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh man, they got Ultimate Katamari and Sifu on Game Pass. I just downloaded those shit last week.
Oh yeah, I know Sifu. Shit, man, I wish we can get a Titanfall 3. Witcher 3. I'm still working through the first Witcher, though, so I ain't gonna touch that for a while.
Shit. But you know, Valhalla is fun. It's a space hog.
The original Black Ops. The best. Well, I don't know about the best Call of Duty. Probably.
Black Ops and Black Ops 2, 3, like, is fucking goated. As far as Call of Duties are concerned, I'm saying.
Well, I think World at War still might be my favorite. I don't know. I basically liked all of them up until Black Ops 1 and 2. Like, everything after that, for me, I kind of just clocked out.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow's fucking Wrestle Dream.
But I'm gonna try out Black Ops 6 when it comes out this month, because I want to fuck around with zombies a little bit.
Same, and it's on Game Pass, so fuck it. I might as well. I'll pay for that shit.
Yeah.
Might have to see if my clan is available and they want to get in on some zombies. Take the jabronis allowed out of retirement.
The Smithlandia Club.
Nah, it's the No Jabronis Allowed, aka the ARC, Association for Retarded Citizens.
Oh, in my life, I didn't expect that.
Hey, it's a reputable, real organization, sir.
I feel like I'd fit in.
The ARC, Association for Retarded Citizens.
Shit.
I don't know why people be laughing when I say that shit. It's a real organization. It's a real organization. It's been around since like 1960. Barbara Streisand did commercials for them.
Listen, I think I'm a retarded citizen.
You could go to the ARC. They get you jobs. They help you be function in society.
I think I know what you're talking. They make
They won't
commercials.
throw you away, son.
We looked at commercials of this on the show years ago. I just remembered.
Yeah, like I said, this is a real place.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's a real fucking place. Every time I bring it up to people, motherfuckers be laughing. I'm like, you laughing? It's a real place. And it's called ARC, the Association for Retarded Citizens. They never changed the name. They might just call it the ARC now, but that's what ARC stands for. The Association for Retarded Citizens.
At least they're up front.
I'm not, but that's what they were called back in the day. That's what it was called. That's what it's still called. I mean, they cleaned it up a little more for the lightweights out there, but at the end of the day, that's what the ARC means. That's what it means. And you know, two ways about it. They didn't change it. They didn't call it something else. Like hell, actually, the ARC was changed originally because it used to be the Association for Retarded People.
Oh, now it's citizens.
Yeah. Retarded people was too hard, so we changed it. We softened it with citizens. And I think before that, it was like the Association for Retarded Babies and shit.
Oh, that's me.
So, like, yeah, bro. Reputable organization. Reputable. To this day. But anyways. Retarded citizens aside. Yeah, I do like this swoop. The swoop is very good. The transformation is not complicated. Like you could probably transform this shit with your eyes closed. And like I like the colors. Like I said, I didn't think we were gonna get this far as like getting these type of Dinobots, especially seeing as how every other Dinobot that's not like in a masterpiece from Hasbro is always kind of shit and mediocre.
Yeah.
And see, and like I said, Studio Series, they're giving you a proper scale that if you had any of the other scaled figures from Siege all the way to Kingdom, it would scale well with the Dinobots, because the Dinobots should be bigger. They should be bigger. They should be bigger than Prime. The only other person that should out overtower them is Jetfire, which they made in a proper scale.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, man, I don't know why I kept thinking like, oh, we'll make them smaller and make them combiners. Hell, you could make these scales right here? Why can't they just be combiners if you really were that obsessed about making a Volcanicus instead of the shit we got?
I just picked up the G Creations Volcanicus. Like, that thing's a fucking monster.
Oh, that third-party one, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, that thing is fucking crazy. I got the chrome one. That was the only one that was available, like the toy colors with the transparent bits. But man, that thing is, that's the real deal.
That's what's up. Yo, when I took Swoop out the box, I was fucking with him, and I'm like, something about him is off. And then I looked at the box, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's the wing missiles? And then I looked at the box, and I'm like, I didn't see no wing missiles because all I saw was the swords attached. So I had to pull out the thing, and they were like take to the back, and there were those little baggies. I'm like, oh motherfucker, goddamn wing missiles.
Yeah, they like to put missing. They like to put those in little like Happy Meal bags now at the bottom.
Yeah, but it was cool. It was like little parchment paper with Autobot faces on them. That's pretty cool. I would have, if I didn't rip it up so much, I would have saved it because I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
I won't lie to you. I saved a few. I saved a few of those in the Lightning Collection ones.
I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So but yeah, I'm glad they did get this done because this is going to look good with the rest of the Chug Transformers. Like I said, the only thing I really haven't decided do I want these? Do I want? To, I was thinking, do I transform the Fans Toys ones into their Dino modes? Because I think they'll look better in their Dino modes compared to the Studio series in their Dino mode, and have them displayed in the Robot mode. Because I think the Studio series Robot mode is probably the better mode than their Dino modes.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I was in your shoes. I think the Studio Series bot modes are cleaner.
And like I said, I'll just put the Fans Toys in their Dino modes and have them on display for that. And I think, like I said, it'll look better that way.
I pre-ordered New Age. They do like the Legends class G1 stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up or I pre-ordered their one of their Dinobots, and I think I'm gonna pick up the rest of the team because they're so cartoon accurate.
Did you pick up the? I think I know which ones you're talking about. The ones that are like really cartoon accurate colored.
Yeah, like super smooth.
Yeah, I know
No
which one. I
panel.
know. I know which ones you're talking about. Yeah, those are pretty good.
Yeah, I pre-ordered whichever one's currently on pre-order. I think it was Snarl, and I'm gonna get the others because I have the Magic Square Devastator. I think he'd look good like fighting them. So
That's what's up there. But like, yeah, I'm glad they added that Grimlock sword. Because I was like, wait a minute, Grimlock is missing a sword. He didn't come with a sword. He came with that stupid ass wheelie figure.
the one that can only like crouch.
I don't even know what happened to that wheelie. The wheelie figure and the Daniel figure that came with Slag. I don't know where they are. They're in the box somewhere.
Well, they made that like Studio Series did a better wheelie, right?
I
Pretty sure.
mean, later
I think
on they did, but the one that came with Slag was just like a solid piece type thing.
yeah.
But I think they made another wheelie that was, I guess, better. But I actually I need a masterpiece wheelie, to be honest. And I know X Transbots is the only one that really has one. But I kind of don't. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm still missing a lot of pieces that I gotta get for my masterpiece collection. But I'm like, who's next? Who's available? And who is? Well, I don't even say affordable. Like price is not really an issue. It's just
We got
it's the question of am I willing to pay certain prices? Because like I said, Fans Toys nowadays they know motherfuckers like that. You see the prices they asking for their Devastator. It's like, listen, every figure is gonna at least be $200 minimum.
yeah. I mean I pre-ordered those, but I agree. They're fucking crazy.
Plus, I had heard the Superion X Transbot came out was good, but I hear like its stability is a little questionable. And a lot of people are questioning like that extra piece for Devastator for the foot, and then like it's literally just kind of like a kickstand. And it's like people are already saying like, is it going to be able to hold the weight of several other bots with a kickstand that are going to be like partially die-cast and all that? Like I said, I'm like I don't know. I can't say yes. I can't say no. All I can say is like whenever it's done and put together, we'll have to fucking wait and see.
We talking about Fans Toys right now, or X?
The
Or
fan story is one of what the people are talking about. Is like because like
yeah,
Scrapper's like leg mode is kind of questionable, and like I said, the back part of his foot is like an add-on piece that's literally like just a kickstand.
yeah, I see it. I kind of made because I ordered this and I can actually ship it now, but I kind of made peace with it. If the combined mode isn't good, I'm just gonna have them all in bot mode because they look so good, like all cartoony. But I fucking hope it can support the weight of like 5 more bots.
So like I said, that's the main question because like I said, Superion has that kind of issue too. Like it can hold a bit of an A stance, but if like you try to go a little bit too much, it will just kind of give you split legged. It'll just give you a Van Damme at that point. Like it'll just split off the weight of its body.
And like I'm waiting on this fucking. I don't know. Should I pre-order the Fans Toys Blitzwing, or like is that ever gonna come out?
Bro, that motherfucker's been in a pre-order purgatory for like at least 7 years now, or at least as long as I've been collecting third-party Transformers. That motherfucker has been in pre-order purgatory.
Can they hurry up? Because like it looks really good, and I want it.
Like I've pre-ordered and canceled pre-orders on that dude because it just never comes out. And I'm like, I'd rather put that money into something that's actually coming out right now. See, he stays in purgatory.
I did pre-order
third party, there's other third parties that are making Blitzwings that I've seen are pretty decent, but I still need to shop around because I need a Blitzwing.
Can't wait for their Ultra Magnus though. Like that one does look really great.
Especially to go with my Astro Train.
So yeah, I'm seeing like I'm on the Chosen Prime. They have I think they have almost all of the aerial bots on pre-order still.
Oh yeah.
I guess reissues. Oh yeah, 2024 reissue. I mean they look good, don't get me wrong, like individual bot modes look good for Fans Toys, but I think I'm just gonna stick with my Zeta toys.
Yeah, plus there's also, don't forget, Transbots is doing a Devi too. So like I said, I gotta wait and see because like everybody's looking good on paper, but I need to see you in practice because like I said, everybody was looking how those Takara train bots were looking at on paper until they got it put together and saw the hot mess that it is. So it's like I need to see it in hand. I need to see somebody fumbling around with it and see how it looks like in actual 3D, not computer rendered, in actual 3D. But I think we're about that time, Jimmy. We're about to wrap it up here.
Okay.
Want to thank everybody out there in the chat for joining us here tonight. As always, smash that like, subscribe if you haven't, and ring the bell so you stay notified. We'll be back here next week for some more fun and adventure and all that other good stuff. And anything to add before we call it, Jimmy?
Jiggle the pickle, and birds aren't real on behalf of Matt.
Yes, birds are not real.
Yeah.
So y'all have a good night out there. Enjoy y'all weekend, and remember to always kick out. Thick boys out.
Time has come, I'm ready to go. Venturing into the unknown. Fire's inside me, must be unleashed. People talk nonsense all the day. Shippuden, that's all they can say. I can't get no satisfaction. Woo-hoo! Challenge may have come. Woo-hoo! Fighting just begun, but there's no stopping. People spreading out my wings. Let's fly high. Woo-hoo! Concentrate my power. Woo-hoo! In the final hour, in the end, I'm gonna win. I hope you die. Don't you know I'm unstoppable? Don't even try, cause you will fall. I got a strength deep in my soul that gives me courage and control. I'll go beyond the limit break. The universe is mine to take. I have no fear. I think it's clear. Let's keep you high. Get all this Dragon Ball Super. We got the skill to blow Xeno rain.